Fate Stay Night episode 27.
Kaya babagi.
Baba Boy. Yeah, let's do it. Fuck.
Man, I don't know if this was a creative way of opening of your video.
It was
or
absolutely
I don't
not.
know. I don't know.
Absolutely despise this video every time I watch it now. I think the audio is better this time.
Why though?
Because this is a terrible meme from like the ancient times. February 10th.
What is the other member?
He doesn't exist anymore. Okay, let's just not talk about it. I don't know. People come here late every time, and today is just a long day, so we just need to trudge through. I suppose he can watch it later. February 10th, Unlimited Blade Works. 11, Witchcraft.
Can we make a quick pause?
No.
Holy shit!
What did I wish for, and why? There were people that were not saved, and there was me, who could not save them. That should be the reason. What happened after that, and what did I want to become? I remember the gray sky, a dark sky on the verge of crying. There, my will to fight for survival almost disappears. The one only dies when the will fades away. Leaving behind many people, I survived a few minutes longer than everyone. In the process, lots of things died. That's why it was almost empty. If the wish to stay alive dies, everything disappears. If you have nothing, all that remains is to die.
That's not true.
And I died. Thinking got difficult and I closed my eyes, and right before everything turned black, my outstretched hand was grabbed by someone. It was everything. Everything disappeared. There was nothing, so I only had that one thing. I admired it severely since I could not do it. That's right. I hoped to be of help to many people in place of all those I could not save. But he said it is all false. A borrowed ideal. Salvation like a coin passed from hand to hand. A thankless end. What did I want to become? And why? It's not me that said that, but... Ooh, Archer made a dent last time. Struck a nerve. I wake up. The light flowing in is bright, telling me it's sunny today, unlike yesterday.
You know, Shirou's way of saving people is pretty flawed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he should have done some other thing. You know, like...
Wait, what?
I don't know. Buy some stocks.
Oh my fucking
Get
lord.
rich.
Oh, but damn.
Not again.
Damn. Man.
Not again.
No one.
None of this investment crap here. This is like 2002, okay? No investments going on.
Do we need to explain that, or?
We absolutely do not need to give any context to what just happened. I don't know if it's because of what happened last night, but I don't feel good at my awakening. I must have had a bad nightmare as my temples are throbbing in pain.
Yeah, what did he say?
Yeah, I'm gonna go wash my face is what he said.
Oh, okay.
Even though it's still 6:30, the sky is blue. It's warm for winter and the snow is all gone. My sleepiness goes away once I wash my face and brush my teeth. Sorry.
そっか。今日は日曜だから無理して藤根を起こすこともないんだ。
I can prepare breakfast later than usual and we can eat slowly as well. Well, we do have the thing with Tohsaka today, so I don't know if that whole taking it easy thing is gonna happen. There's no one in the living room.
俺が一番だったんだ。藤根とセイバーは分かるにしても。
Oh god, are we gonna see weird morning Tohsaka again?
I hope so.
Well, I'll prepare breakfast.
What is weird morning Tohsaka?
Don't you remember last time Tohsaka woke up early?
I'm not a morning bird.
That shit was wild.
Oh, okay.
Even though
Makes
it's
some
Sunday,
sense.
even though it's Sunday, there are 4 people this morning. I should start preparing.
食パンないぞ。
I bought a loaf yesterday, but it's gone along with the bag.
その代わりに100円玉が3枚あるのは誠意と見るべき。
Holy shit! Did Tohsaka eat our bread? Never encountered such a crime. The first suspect, Fujine, wouldn't do such an elaborate thing. Then there's only one other culprit. Well, what should I do? I don't really care about the bread, but there is one extra person that I'll be eating this morning.
7時前。豆腐屋さんなら空いてるな。
We have a choice. This early. Into the
Okay.
morning.
Jack should. Okay.
Let me
What
just say.
can happen if we go to the shopping district?
We can maybe find Ian or her servant, something like it.
I mean, that has happened before.
Or maybe we can find Sakura, someone like that.
Shinji.
Or maybe Shinji.
Our best
Shinji,
friend
that's true.
Shinji.
Yeah.
Walking
Or
with
maybe-
a strange blonde foreigner.
Or maybe
I don't
we will find, I don't know, like a woman with long hair, red hair.
I'll find a woman. Such a
This
terrifying thing to
blue-eyed
imagine.
woman with long red hair travels around Japan a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, with a case.
Helps little boys. Yeah. That's the thing.
Mm,
This is such a hard choice.
This is a very difficult choice.
One of them will lead to
I'll
a dead
go with
end,
the
right?
jug. I'll go with the shopping district.
Okay, so we got one for
You
jogging.
you sure about this? Because
Yep.
You
okay,
got
okay.
one for
Wait,
jogging.
what?
think about it. We have food.
Oh my god.
And we can take out the culprits.
Oh my
That's
god,
true, bro.
Lord.
If we jog to the shopping district, we will be spending money,
Yes.
and less money
Yeah.
means
I know,
less
but-
But
opportunities.
if it was Tohsaka, we can just add it to her account. So she'll be
That's
even
true.
more, you know.
I
poor.
think about it. I am thinking if we found someone special or some, we can maybe.
Do we want to enact vengeance upon Tohsaka? Is that
I don't know.
something-
Maybe we can
But
find
that's
another
only-
person and get some good information about I don't know, about something.
This is perhaps the first time Unlimited BW has seriously attempted to make a useful choice in this entire series. This is amazing.
Hey, hey, hey! That's totally wrong.
It's not lying though.
Man, I chose about Sakura.
You know his
Oh,
choices
wait.
about Sakura have
Imagine,
helped
man.
before,
You know,
that is true.
imagine, man, simping over 2D girls. Imagine.
Imagine. But yeah, what
Is
are we
the
doing?
problem?
What are we
What is
doing?
the problem? No. What is the problem?
Oh my
What is
Using
our
god.
for
problem?
Saber. Boomer, you using for Saber. Mapo Tofu, using for Tohsaka.
I think for
Zevlen.
stocks.
That's true. Zevlen, using for Tohsaka.
Yeah,
Ready.
so
Okay,
what are we
but
doing?
No one here cried for their waifu.
Okay.
Well, I did.
Because we want.
We need
Okay.
to discuss useful things.
What are we fucking doing? Number 1 or number 2?
We need to think carefully.
Zevlen, get the coin.
No, fuck off. What
No,
are we
no.
doing?
Let's be smart.
Wait, why
Let's
do we
be
need the
smart.
coin?
We create our own luck.
Okay, so
We
we
need to be
have one
smart
for
on this one.
jogging. Boomer, what is your choice?
I don't know.
Okay.
You
let
have
me
literally
present-
2 choices, man. This is
Let
not
me
like an
present
either
my
or thing.
argument, bro.
Man, what
Let me
is his
present my
problem?
argument.
Man, what
Take
is
it
your
out,
choice?
take it out,
Mapo
take it
Tofu,
out,
what is
no.
this?
No,
Mm.
the problem is really simple.
Are we going to actually
can-
spend 5 minutes making this choice? We
Shut
have
the fuck up.
this day is very long. The longer you guys
Yes.
spend
No,
making
no.
this choice, the
What is
longer
the
we're gonna
fuck?
be here.
What is the problem to make a damn
No, screw this.
easy
screw it,
choice.
screw
The
it.
problem is
Screw
we can
it.
save money.
Shut the fuck
You
up!
chose-
No one cares. Shirou is actually rich.
Sure,
Yeah,
sure,
but we
rich.
can be richer. he could help more people if he had more money.
300
could
yen, bro.
actually help them.
300 yen, bro.
Okay.
Man,
That's
Mapo
Mapo
Tofu,
Tofu's
just shut
argument.
There's not such a thing as enough money
Oh my
to
god.
be rich.
Just shut up
Oh my
and let's
He could use the money
I'm
to
gonna
actually
read.
help
Mapo
No,
people.
no,
Tofu's
no,
argument.
no, no.
I'm gonna read, guys.
Unlimited. What is your argument?
I read made it.
Well, he said that we could
We can-
meet important characters and get information. Like we've
Oh,
done
so
before.
you're-
Every
let's
time
go-
we
let's
go to
go
the
ba-
shopping
let's go
district, we meet
shopping then.
someone. There you go.
Let's go to the shopping then.
2 for
Oh,
jogging.
you're gonna
Fuck
exchange money for people.
Well, I know who the
Ketchup.
culprit is.
Yes.
As the one in charge of cooking, I can't allow myself to waste precious time questioning her.
もっともだ。んな暇があるなら豆腐買ってくるべし。
Beautiful blue sky in Moriocho. I head to the tofu shop under the clear blue sky. I buy 3 tofu with 300 yen that was on the table.
お、シロ君、日曜だってのに偉いね。
I go to home drinking the soy milk I got as a service from the tofu shop owner.
満たされてる。
Yo, Shirou-kun.
I love how this guy buys tofu and gets a fucking bottle of milk as like a reward for buying tofu on a Sunday.
I guess that's pretty weird.
This
Could
is
have
perfect.
sold the milk to someone, you know,
I
make
know.
some money.
This is a perfect morning with nothing to complain about. Imagine if the milk was like fucking spoiled or something and he was just like, yeah, I
It
gotta
would be
get rid of
fun.
this.
なんだけど、なんか損したような。
I tilt my head,
Because you lose money. The
yeah.
fuck.
I tilt my head in wonder and look up at the sky.
Money.
A big serving of tofu and 60 yen soy milk. I don't think good things like this happen that often.
That's it? Oh,
I slowly walked
That
back
is
and pondered
no.
what to do with the tofu for about 20 minutes. It's 8:30 already.
おはようご
Wait
ざ
a
います。
minute.
シロ
Was that
今朝は
everything?
随分とゆっくりなのですね。
It changes the following scene actually. So,
ああ、おはよう、セバ。今日は日曜で学校がないから、その分ゆっくりしていられるんだ。体の調子。
oh sorry, I
ええ
cut him off.
望むところです。ではシロ、半身の麻痺は完治したのですね。
そういえばそうだった。商店街から気持ちよく散歩できたし、もうほとんど治ってるみたいだ。まあ、まだかすかに重いけど、この分なら明日には治ってる。
それは良かった。マスターが傷を負ったままでは私も立つ瀬がない。
Saber takes a seat in her usual position beside the table. Fujine and Tohsaka are sleeping, but since it's Sunday, I should let them sleep in until breakfast's ready.
おはようり。昨夜はゆっくり眠れたようですね。
Oh, well, it seems Tohsaka's
お
awake.
はよう。別にそうでもなかったんだけどね。日差しは眩しいし、0時過ぎてもごそごそやってる奴らはいたし。
Tohsaka answers Saber as she goes into the living room. Well, I don't want to complain so early in the morning, but I do have to know why she took all the bread.
おはよう、トーサカ。早速だが今朝の。
Oh god. My breath stops. Tohsaka is wearing something unfamiliar again. Oh, the heartbeat. My heart starts beating rapidly. It's
Jeez,
because of the
man.
red clothes. It hurts my eyes so much that everything I wanted to say escapes my mind.
朝飯作ってる途中。できるまでお茶でも飲んでろ。
I put the cups in front of Saber and Tohsaka, but
何のんびりしてるのよ。今日は出かけるんだから早く用意しなさい。
oh,
Oh, I can't
oh,
believe it.
What? Why
The
going
only
out?
time that I try to make a good decision.
Tohsaka glares at me as if breakfast can come later.
は出かけるってどこに？
隣町
With
ま
the
で
why
よ。
though?
本当は遠出したいけど。
Don't you remember the
さすがにそこま
fucking
での余裕
gigantic
はないでしょ。
conversation they had
だ
yesterday?
から妥協案ってことで。
Tohsaka was very upset that Shirou couldn't think of himself and that he was so down
Oh,
and
okay.
that everything was going
Okay.
wrong. So she's gonna
Okay,
take him
that-
out for a date.
Okay.
A fun date with friends.
Feels weird, but okay.
How is this weird? This is completely reasonable. Plus, she is into him, as we have seen repeatedly at this point. But is this some sort of new surprise attack? I don't get what Tohsaka wants.
はあ妥協案は
What's
分
your
かったけど
body?
何しに
She wants that D.
何って
Oh, oh.
遊びに行くに決まってるじゃない。デート
Oh!
よデート。
Holy shit.
デートって誰が
I
誰
fucking
と
love Shirou. Shirou's such a loser.
私とシロが。
She declares naturally. After tilting my head in wonder,
デートって俺と父
Wait,
さんが
why though?
それ以外に誰
Boomer
がいる
cannot
の？
understand people being interested in each other.
No, I'm not understanding why so suddenly.
Because
So,
that's
oh,
the
yeah,
way
we're
she
there
is.
now.
You know?
We
Tohsaka.
talked last night, and suddenly we are dating. Oh, and please.
No,
hold
they're
my
not
hand
dating.
and-
Tohsaka is just this way. She's always been like this. She always does things that she just wants to do.
I
And
love
she just
Saber's
felt like this
expression
is
in the
the
background.
right time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's good too. And by the way, I really want to imagine right now. I really want a paragraph in the next turn just saying how Shirou is about to go to the seventh heaven. Just
Oh, he
thinking about
definitely
it.
is. Hold on. It's so sudden that my mind hasn't caught up yet.
ほら、いいから行くわよ。どうせこんなこと
Oh
だろ
my
うと思って
god,
た
she
し、
even
お
made
弁当
lunch.
I
作って
made
おいた
some
から
lunch.
She's perfect, guys.
シロは
She
こ
even
のトートバ
gets
ッグを
the
持って
food
ついてくる。
That's true.
You see? We wasted money.
She didn't waste the money. She gave us money back. It's amazing.
Yeah, she gave, but we wasted on food.
She hands me a green tote bag and leaves the living room. I stare after her, dumbfounded.
シロリンの後を追わなくていいのですか？
Oh my god, Saber is fucking wingmanning us? Hell yeah.
ああちょっと待て父さんが
Oh my god. Hujin is gonna be so upset. She's gonna be hungry and find out that we're going out on a date with Tohsaka. This is dangerous.
Oh yeah.
I quickly start running. I hear another set of footsteps. Saber is following me. Oh
Wait,
god.
what?
Oh god.
Wait, what?
遅い。
Why Saber
女の子を
though?
待
Oh
たせるなん
no.
てずいぶん余裕があるの
Tohsaka,
ね。
this is not the time. I'm not that
Yeah.
carefree at all. She doesn't hear me out and it seems determined that we're going out on
いや
a date.
だから待てってば遊びに行くってそのどうして
そういう気分だから。
Oh,
別に構わないでしょ。
I see.
どうせ昼間は何もしない
I
んだし。
feel like it.
今
Let's
更
go.
逃げるなんて言わせないわよ。
We're going because I said so, you
合わないだ
fuck.
ろうけどほらそうだあーちゃんはどうするんだ
Oh
よ
my god, he's like
あいつだって
looking
反対だ
for
ろ
fucking
こういうの
excuses to not do this.
Oh yeah, Archer is
Archerは
silently
置いてきたわ。
cursing everyone
今
and
頃私の家で寝
everything.
てるんじゃないかし
I
ら。
left Archer. Oh my fucking
I
god.
love Archer.
Wait, what?
She,
Wait, girl, are you not playing the? Are you seriously not playing the Holy Grail War?
I
Why?
can't beat her.
What?
I
It's
can't
playing the
beat her.
game of love, bro.
I can't talk Tohsaka down by myself. If anyone can stop her,
そうだそういえばセイバーはどうするんだ
I'm about to see Saber say,
セイバー
okay,
な
I'll
らいい
go
わよ
too. Let's
同
go.
伴しても。
amazing. Thank you, Tohsaka.
Bruh.
Defeated. All my cards are trumped in just one sentence.
いい加減観念して。
Why,
they're not
Saber?
this
ねえ急ぎ
Why?
ましょう。今
Why?
日はマスターの義務なんて忘れて思いっきり遊ぶんだから。
ちょ待てってば
Girl, it's impossible to play the hard
Just
out with
say-
you.
Just say that Fujin they will never accept this.
Wow, I'm sure she doesn't
That's
care.
true.
Have you
That's-
seen the way she
Oh, no,
talks
oh,
to
no.
Fujine?
Oh no, Taiga will be just bullied into accepting it.
Taiga is going to be forced to write the marriage papers. Like, this is not fun, what's going to happen to Taiga. There's no time to be confused. Tohsaka grabs my hand and runs out of the door. I guess I have to give up. Tohsaka is so energetic that I don't think I can beat her, and I'm sure she'll defeat me in an argument even if I say something. And I don't know why, but Saber's following us without complaint. We got a shipper, guys. Well, that's good. See, it's really sunny today.
Buddy, but wait a minute. I don't know if a shipper goes with the couple on the date.
Depends if they're Korean or not.
Did he take a shower?
No. He is like
Great.
fresh off the bed. We're lucky he's
Wait a
even
minute.
wearing a shirt.
Did Tohsaka take a shower?
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
She doesn't
Yeah.
look like garbage, so she probably did, you know.
Yeah, but wasn't she wearing the same outfit as her pajamas?
Well, those aren't her pajamas. Those are her normal clothes. We see her pajamas in Hollow Ataraxia in a very specific scene I'm not going to comment on. I'm overwhelmed by the crowd the
Two
instant I
very
step
specific scenes.
out of the bus. The station is filled with people. It's a sunny Sunday morning, so it'd be stranger for it not to be crowded here.
驚いた。休日ともなればこれほど人が集まるのですね。
It is the day of the Lord in Japan, which means nobody cares. Saber looks at the
Why does
town
she
and
need to be
wonders.
so serious about this?
Her reaction is to be expected since she has never seen the town in daylight. I'm also stunned by the crowd.
さて、どこから行こうかしらね。二人ともリクエストある？
Well, you should also keep in mind that Saber has probably never seen this many people before. Like outside of a battle context. Back in the day, there weren't a lot of people around, especially not in an urban center. So.
Oh yeah, and something tells me that. Wait, that doesn't make a lot of sense. Thinking again.
Well,
Why?
by the Middle Ages, there were 4 million people in Europe.
Maybe
No.
Maybe Saber is
Yeah.
just not used to, see so much people gather alive.
Previous war in here.
Well, Saber is also probably not used to seeing this many people out Sunday morning, considering she was, a Briton in the 500s.
No. I'm not questioning that. I understand that the population growth, the style of city, the building. Okay, that I understand.
Stuff, yeah.
But the fact that she was already here before, not a long time ago, and she's now surprised by seeing what she easily saw before.
Well, it's because there's supposedly more people here on Sunday. That's the surprise factor. It's not that there's a lot of people here. It's that there's a lot of people here on Sunday.
And the last war had enough people going out on Sunday.
Well, Kiritsugu didn't go out much. She didn't go out much either. So.
Yeah,
but that's beside the point.
This feels like a moment of weird stuff.
But
this feels like a moment where Natsu dropped the ball a little bit.
Unlike us, Tohsaka is full of I think that's overthinking it a bit. Unlike us, Tohsaka is full of energy. Fate Zero does make this weird because they do have a scene on this plaza, but they only act at night. She was never out during the day, so I wouldn't expect her to know how it looks like Sunday morning.
でしょうね。じゃあセイバーはどこか行ってみたいところとかない？
Oh my god. Are we making Saber dictate our date?
Are we seriously going to have the date with Saber version Tohsaka?
No, we're having the date with Tohsaka version Saber.
That's true.
これがリンとシローの休日ならば、私はいないものとして扱ってください。
Tohsaka is very different character from Saber when it comes to this.
そう？じゃあ私の好みでいいのね。
Oh no.
Oh no.
二人とも意見がないんだから。
Let us take Emiya to the sex dungeon.
Wait a minute. Give me absolute obedience.
I feel a chill. Tohsaka's eyes are scary. Well, it wouldn't be Tohsaka if she didn't say it in a scary way.
大体な、Tohsakaに付き合うとは言ったけど、デートするとは言ってないぞ。これはあくまでたまには息抜きをしようって。
He's so uncomfortable, Jesus Christ.
はい残念。世間じゃそういうのをデートっていうの。
But he knows they live in a society.
No. Wait a minute. I want to make a consultation with the specialists. Unlimited.
What is the problem?
Is this a date?
Is this a date?
Yeah.
I would call this a date, but Saber is acting
absolute obedience.
No, it isn't.
It absolutely is. Saber is the third wheel in this relationship. She exists.
Yeah, you can.
Yes. She exists to suffer.
来たんだからいい加減勘弁なさい。あんまり往生際が悪いと女の子に嫌われるわよ。
嫌われるって
So,
Who the fuck do you think, you moron?
Levizin's about to scream in
でもまあ
denial
し
in
ぶ
the
といってのは
distance.
長所かなねセイバー
Asking Saber about her opinion on boys is the weirdest thing you could ever do.
はいシロは負けず嫌いですから戦闘において不屈の精神は心強い
Thank you, Saber.
だってさ
Man, you can consider this date.
Tohsaka smiles. Man, what's so fun about making fun of me?
さて
Boomer,
それじゃあ手始めにベールデンに行きましょうか
you can consider
二人とも
this
朝
a
食は
double
まだ
date.
でしょ
This is a double
軽
date,
く
but
お茶した
without the
後
other
で
guy.
店嵐でもして
Yeah,
はい
と
babe.
りあえず体を温めよう
Yeah. Wait a minute. Is this why there's apparently a discussion of Saber and Tohsaka in the anime community, even if they didn't have a good Fate Stay night?
I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah. Tohsaka starts walking. I think Verde is the name of the new department store that opened up.
ほらのんびりしてると置いてこいよ
Man, Shirou is
モー
making
ニン
all
グ
the
は10
mistakes,
時までなん
man.
だから 急
He's leaving the
がないと終
girl.
わっちゃうじ
Buddy,
ゃない
Let her lock
wait a
alone.
minute.
Trying to run
Wait a
away
minute.
from the sex dungeon.
Pause on the dialogue. Is there any man that would actually
I would.
be enough to Tohsaka?
I would certainly try my best, my friend.
Yeah, but you seriously think Shirou is not?
No. He certainly isn't. But
No. Something tells me that he is. Something tells me that no man would be enough to Tohsaka.
she doesn't stop even if I stop her. Seems Tohsaka will not even give me time to calm down.
シロリンが言ってしまいますよ
Thank you, Saber.
ああもう
You know, she's a pretty good
分かった
wingman.
どこへだって付き
She
合い
says the right thing, you know? Shiro's being an ass, she tells him he's being an ass, you know? I slap myself on the cheeks and summon up some
行く
resolve.
ぞセイバーはぐれるなよ
Oh my god.
はい
Let's go,
シロ
Saber.
こそリンを見失わないように
It's so weird. We run together. Tohsaka doesn't even turn around in the crowded town. It seems she's absolutely certain that we'll follow her.
I genuinely want to to see a version of this scene in which you don't follow her and just, I don't know, go somewhere else.
Imagine if this also ends up in like the bridge scene from the Fate route. But it's Tohsaka
Yeah, man.
fucking shooting us with a machine gun. So, before I know it, I've fallen into an even more unavoidable situation.
初めに寄った店とは違った雰囲気ですね
Oh my god.
ここには何が
単
That's
な
the
る
question
小
of
休
the
憩
day,
よ
apparently.
二人とも疲れてると思ってね
But wait a minute.
こ
Can
の
I
辺に
can I
行
make a
か
quick
ないと
pause
全
right
部が
now?
切れちゃいそうだから
Not pause. In the dialogue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm realizing something. Meanwhile, the date with Saber was something that Shirou had to fight to make it happen. The date with Rin is literally him fighting to stop Rin
Literally.
somehow.
He just wants to fucking run away because he's so insecure.
Yes.
You know what? I
now
think
see
I
the
think you have a
contrast.
point because you're talking about
The
how no man is
contrast.
enough for Tohsaka. Shirou absolutely does not feel like he is enough for Tohsaka at the moment. That's why he's not like taking this at all. He wants to run the fuck away because he's like, oh yeah, this is
Yeah.
way too much sand for my truck. Like,
Yeah, and now do you think that even Fujine was not enough to thank Tohsaka in an argument? Any man can possibly thank her? Is there any man that will not?
well,
that
as
will not-
everybody well knows, the role of the husband is not to tank the wife; it's to take the hits. So.
Yeah, but is any man able to take everything the order that Rin will shove on your face?
Hey man, some people like the Rin kind of person. You know?
Yeah, but Rin is apparently, as Natsu has presented this, too much. She's too much.
That's the best
Yeah.
kind of woman.
But that's the fun part.
Wait a
you know?
minute. The yeah from Mapo Tofu makes me kinda scared.
Well, yeah, but that's it. That's the
Yeah.
But
she's
that's the thing. That's the thing. No,
Yeah.
the thing is, you think you have a choice, but you don't.
the best. Exactly.
Tohsaka takes you, you accept it, and you live a happy life.
Yeah, the thing about
Wait
Tohsaka
a
is
minute, wait a
she is in
minute,
absolute
Socrates,
control
Socrates,
about everything.
Sit down, Socrates. Let me speak for a little bit. At the end of the day, I'm just.
I don't know what the fuck Boomer said about Sakura.
I'm very excited
The
to
what?
see what Heavensfield is gonna bring in terms of Boomer losing his shit about women.
I don't know. I just heard Sakura, but I think I'm gonna cry because
But you cried for a 5-minute talking scene with her.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah.
He did.
It was the last time. It was practically the last time.
You cried.
Well, that
That
is
is
the last
not
time we're gonna
another
see her
thing.
in this entire route, so that's a pretty good.
I'm not. That is not a hyperbole. You literally tear down after by having the possibility to see Tohsaka for 5 minutes.
That's what
Man, I
women
love
do to a guy, you know. That's what women do to a guy,
It's
man.
the Sakura, but okay. Man, I love her.
Yeah, Boomer. Why do you gotta be so negative?
I'm just
確かに目まぐるし
perplexed.
い2時間でしたが、休憩を取るほどの運動量では。
Saber, shut up.
2 hours.
そりゃセイバーは
Let
ね
Dean take control of this.
見え
No.
ないところ
No.
ですっごくすり減ってるも
You
の
see,
があ
you
るわけ
think it's a bad thing that Dean is in total control of everything, but she will do her absolute best for this to be like
Wait a
the
minute.
best day in our
I-
lives. And she
Wait a
will
minute,
succeed.
I want to break. There is a phrase in there that I want to break down, but there are things that wear down in places you can't see. What is she talking about?
You don't want to know.
私たちにとって
No
は
man wants to
I
know.
want-
でも人によっては毒の沼地ってこともあるんだからあー
Why?
私こっちのバナナパンね
Why?
セイバーはこっちのデビルズサンデーにしときなさい
Devil's Food Sunday.
Devil food.
Oh my lord.
Devil-
The devil.
Kuragan is doing this.
エミヤ君は甘いのを食べる
朝からそんなの食べるか。ブレンドでいい。
Bruh, why are you so boring, man?
Why is it
男の
called
子
devil's food?
You don't want to
でもいいの
know.
Such a
HP
boy.
回復しとかないと
What
大
is
変よ
such a boy?
No, seriously, why is it called
Oh my
devil's food?
god.
Like,
Tohsaka
did
plays
Tohsaka
video
cook?
games?
One Piece.
Tohsaka
Okay,
plays
that's-
video games? This
Okay,
is the best.
wait a minute. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make any sense. She
Wait,
can barely
wait,
call
wait.
people on the phone. How does
No,
she play video games?
Well, she
One
does
Piece.
call people on the phone. Carnival Phantasm is a joke. Newsflash.
But at the same time, it's going
Boomer.
after something
Boomer,
that is
no, no.
actually correct. She's not the best with technology,
Well, yeah, but
Wait,
you don't have to
that
be a
is the
genius to
90s.
play a video game.
and that is the 90s.
So
Well, it's the
Tohsaka
2000s
is a
actually.
gamer.
Tohsaka's a gamer girl. Oh no.
That's why she's such in a bad financial
Wait a
situation.
minute.
exactly.
minute.
Well, in
Zevlen,
2002,
please,
has
Zevlen,
she
please.
has she lived enough to play Final Fantasy VII?
Oh,
I think so.
2000s. Okay.
2000.
The better one.
Final Fantasy VII came out in
let
the
me
90s,
see.
right?
Let me see Rin's face, please.
Oh wait. Oh, there you go.
This is a gamer girl.
Absolutely.
That's
This
true.
devil right there is a gamer
That's
girl.
definitely a gamer.
That is
Dude,
extreme Kino.
Zevlen, you should zoom. You should zoom on Rin's face.
Oh, I'm
and,
zooming.
And make that. No, and make that the entire.
Thumbnail.
That's a pretty good
Yeah,
summary
thumbnail.
of this day, actually. But
This should be the thumbnail. Rin's face.
I shouldn't even have to say it, but coming here and eating ice cream together would be a whole different dimension, and I have no appetite to begin with. Also, how does a technophobe like her know something like that?
Yes.
強情っと
Thank you, Shirou.
それはそれ
Maybe
で
the
楽し
only
いからいいけどね
machine she's ever used beside a telephone was a PlayStation 2 to play Final Fantasy VII.
Maybe
Like
she
every other
played
kid in the
Atari.
90s.
Final Fantasy VII wasn't a PS2. Wasn't it PS1?
I think was it a PlayStation 1 game? It might have been, I don't know. What do you mean
It
fun?
was a PlayStation 1 game.
What do you mean fun, you
But
smirking
get your
red
gamer
devil?
facts.
Shut up. You're,
Get your
you're the one who
gamer
should be
facts
eating the
straight.
devil's food Sunday.
シロ、糖分を軽んじてはいけません。リンの言う通り体力を消耗しているのなら、このマンゴーラッシュ&クリームな
Yeah,
どいかが
Tohsaka
で
is
しょう。
completely on the know that
I
we're
find it
already
ironic.
dying.
I find it ironic that meanwhile Rin plays with her personality and fame of the devil. Saber is just, hey, do you want this food that have the best calorie intake, and they will not make your blood pressure too high. That will
Saber
make you
is
help
one of
with the
those
rest of the
kids
day.
from Fit. You know, fit. She's absolutely
No,
this kid that browses.
she feels like she's the consciousness of Shirou all the time.
Yeah, she's one of the muscle girls, bro, from Slash Fit.
No,
Saber,
and now that I think again, back on the date with Saber, the fact that Shirou needs to be the one to make her feel something instead of just going logical all the time is really ironic.
I just want to outline that this is probably Tohsaka's first date in her life, because she's turned down every other man she's ever known.
Again,
and she's doing pretty fucking good.
To Rin. Wait a minute, let's remember, no one's good enough to Rin by pretty much everything that Nasu shown us, and she's literally dating Shirou out of pity.
Remember this, if she loses the bet by falling in love with us, she has to become Mitsuzuri's slave for a whole day. Yeah, that's something to think about. That's something to think about. Saber nonchalantly recommends me something off of the menu.
Wait a minute. If Rin wins this at the end of everything, gets with Shirou, is Mitsuzuri going to become Rin's slave for one day?
No, Mitsuzuri isn't she gonna become Mitsuzuri's slave?
No, I remember that whoever gets last with a boyfriend is the slave.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I remember.
I have to watch back to episode 1. Oh
okay,
God,
let's see Mapo Tofu doxing himself again.
Why? What did I do?
Saber nonchalant.
You nonchalantly showed your name in the first episode.
Oh my God.
Doxing yourself in the first.
Saber nonchalantly recommends me something off the menu.
大きな声では言えませんが、連日行軍の時など皆に隠れて甘い果物を口にしたものです。
How did they make chocolate if they didn't know what chocolate was?
錬金術から発生したものだと。
Don't try.
Oh my
that
God.
Doesn't make any sense.
Merlin saw into the fucking Americas. That's true magecraft right there.
That doesn't make any sense. The Mango Rush. Why Mango Rush seems like a DLC of Candy Crush?
How very lonely.
DLC of Candy Crush.
Saber has already abandoned me to my nervousness and fallen under Tohsaka's evil influence.
Wait a minute. Show us Saber's face, please.
Oh no.
This is a golden episode already.
Tohsaka has already won. She's won over Saber through food and money she doesn't have. I want everybody to appreciate that Rin is actually going into debt for this. Like, her account is going negative so that she can buy his fucking lunch.
Yeah, I guess. But wait a minute. How much does that big house worth? How much is that big house worth?
I don't think you can sell it. It's actually haunted. Don't you remember?
It is?
She talked about it last episode too, but...
It is?
Yes, people can't get out because of the barrier, the boundary field.
Oh yeah, no, but can't she break down the barrier?
I don't think so, because it's like
generational
magic, right?
Because if she can, that becomes a straight up top-notch place.
Well, I suppose that if she did get with Shirou would rather move into her house. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I guess, and
I don't know how that would work.
Yeah, again, I don't buy that Rin is actually poor.
Yep.
She's too rich to be poor.
She's rich, but
she lives well, but she doesn't have like cash.
She doesn't have extra quick cash, something like that.
Yeah.
And wait
her credit rating is negative.
If only she had knowledge of the stock market.
Oh my fucking lord.
Oh no.
Mapo Tofu, she can't operate a fucking computer. She can't invest in stocks. She doesn't even know what that is.
Crypto coins. That doesn't exist yet.
The basics.
Imagine Shirou trying to explain to Rin what NFTs are.
Wait a minute. Let's remember, this is 2002. there is barely the internet, let alone NFTs.
I know.
That's why it's
Wait a
such
minute.
good opportunity
minute.
to invest.
Oh my
Wait a
god.
minute.
That's a great opportunity
Invest
for
in
me
what?
because
It doesn't exist out yet. He needs to sell it
but
on
in
the
a few
internet
years it will
first.
exist.
Then
It will
sell
I love how
on
we
the
started
other-
this
yes.
episode reading Fate's Day Night and
Ladies
it
and-
quickly became
no,
a financial
ladies and
episode on the
gentlemen. Ladies and
benefits of
gentlemen,
buying
let's
crypto.
imagine that there are barely videos on the internet yet.
There aren't
already.
videos. YouTube was a 2004 thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
2005 or something.
And after selling to Ren about the internet and then selling to her about videos, then he sells to her images to sell on the internet.
Literally.
And then
Bro, that's why it's so good. Invest. No.
we are in 2002, buddy. Wake up, it's
So what?
2002.
So what? That's a good opportunity.
Oh my
The
fucking
market.
lord.
No.
Let's
The market
move
is growing.
on. Oh my god.
No, 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 wait a
Smart
minute, no, no, no,
is
no, 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 no.
相変わらず
Wait a
リーナ
minute.
采配には驚嘆するばかりです
But bro, this dialogue is going nuts. In this situation, wait a minute, go back, please. The plan is for Emiakun to treat us with a smile and for us to experience.
Nina's making
his
us pay for the
generosity.
fucking ice cream, bruh. Fuck this.
She's not going under. Wait a minute.
We're going under at the end of this.
Mapo Tofu. She is smart. She doesn't know anything about NFTs, but she can play a man.
She's making that dough.
Man.
She
But-
doesn't
but
know anything
I-
about
but-
NFTs, but she
no,
can
no.
play NFT Yu-Gi-Oh! That's for sure.
No. And by the way,
That's true.
and by the
That's
way,
true.
by the way, Saber's going with it. Now go back, please.
Oh no, Saber is
Zelda.
completely enthralled by the promise of ice cream.
I can only marvel at your direction.
She is
Damn.
completely enthralled. There is no escape. There's only ice cream.
There's only ice cream.
Tohsaka will become a gamer who invests in the stock market and crypto.
Tohsaka is
Who-
going to
who
become
is-
a VTuber by her 30s. This is
Yeah,
beyond evil and
Who is also technophobic.
oh my lord. This is beyond evil and she is only going to play Final Fantasy VII. Like that's the only game she will ever
No,
play on stream.
no.
She'll just play it again and
No.
again.
That's true.
No. Let's
play
remember
Zelda,
another,
bro.
Let's remember another thing. She won't be able to set up the stream. There will be Shirou doing everything in the background because she can barely play a DVD, let alone set up a stream.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
This is beyond
Yeah,
evil
She will play
influence.
games.
Saber was already an enemy on the same side as Tohsaka.
じゃあそういうことで注文確認します
Why is Saber is
バナナパフェ
This-
ビ
those
ビルズサンデ
faces.
マンゴ
They
ー
are
ラッシュと
golden.
ブレンドでよろしいでしょうか
Man,
お
I
客
think, I
様
think we can take a picture of that.
Tohsaka's the kind of person who gloats over a monopoly match, you know?
どうせ拒否権ない
She
ん
was
だ
so
ろ
fucking upset that he's gonna have to pay for this.
あと頼むならマンゴーラッシュより
Devil
スポンジ
Food
オレンジの方がいいぞ
Sunday.
Oh, probably suit Tohsaka and Saber's taste better.
ではご助言に預かりましてそのように
Thank you, Dean. That is
エミ
actually
ヤ君の
sweet.
そういうところ大事にしてね
Oh.
One nice thing. One.
So
One
began the last
singular
relaxing
nice-
break imaginable.
Wait a minute. Can you imagine if Shirou actually just suggested to Tohsaka the cheapest alternative?
Yes, that would be hilarious. Right, I have to confess, I've been
Not a-
nothing but nervous for the first hour. Even by herself, Tohsaka stands out. Her eye-catching vivid red clothes and her long supple black hair. The colors alone catch the eye, but Tohsaka herself is a flawless beauty. With Saber by her side, it goes without saying that they make a striking pair.
何人の顔ジロジロ見て
He's lost in your eyes, bruh.
さては
Girl,
緊張解け
girl.
Oh my
Oh
god.
no.
まあ
Oh
こ
no.
れだけ好き放題連れ回されれば
Well, you see, she did break down something that was invisible. Shiro's shyness, apparently. You make a man feel so tired and fucked that he actually feels comfortable again. Damn, I really hate to admit it, but Tohsaka's suggestion to take a break was detestably correct.
オッケー。じゃあ、
Oh
ここからは
no.
もうちょいグレード上げていいってことね。
Oh
That
my lord.
face is not good.
Funny how she enjoys it. Like, oh, I'm so great. I made this loser
no.
feel good.
No. It's not ho ho ho. It's hara hara.
That is exactly
not
the
ho,
kind of
ho, ho.
attitude I want in my girlfriend. My strongest foe smiles smugly. Honestly, even I can't understand myself. I can fight back to back with her as a master, but now even the gestures I've gotten used to seeing are making my heart race. Must be that I thoughtlessly got too close to her and now it's difficult to begin normal contact this late in the
Wait a
game.
minute. You cannot fight back to back. Oh, back to
He
back.
absolutely
You can.
can. He absolutely can. Oh, he can fight back to back. He can't fight against her.
Yeah, against her, this will go as bad as it's going right now.
Yeah.
Again, we saw what happened
せっ
earlier
かく
in
の機
the
会だし、
series.
次はあれ行ってみよっと。そういえば、アクセサリーに興味ある？
Oh my lord.
Oh no.
装飾品ですか。収集家ではありませんが、見ていて
Ornament.
つまらないということはありませんが。
なら、次はそっち方面のお店に行きましょう。私、
Oh my
セイバーにい
god.
ろいろかけさせてみたかったのよ。
Shirou, you're going under.
There's no calming my nerves. Her beaming
You
smile
better,
is just that dazzling.
you better create crypto, buddy, because that's going to go hard in your bank account.
The unplaceable feeling of impatience and agitation gives me a slight pain in my he's actually getting a fucking heart attack from this.
Wait a minute. Again, just a little tangent. A little side tangent. Unlimited. What are your opinions on cryptocurrency and
No,
NFTs?
this is why
Man, we
instead of
cannot
a
talk
date,
about
I
this
would
now.
rather have
We're-
gone home straight away to work on tactics. You see,
We're
Tohsaka
here.
is so perfect. She actually gives Shirou a fucking heart attack. That's that's the kind of woman you should be looking for in your life. So, what kind of magic was cast to make it turn out like this?
A strong one, buddy. A really strong one.
Yeah, he's gonna see what kind of magic it was when he looks at his bank account.
笑った。久しぶりにいいもの見せてもらったわ。ほ
Oh
んと。
no.
Oh
そ
no.
うでしょうか。私は判断しかねます。
Oh god.
どうも。
That
Oh,
was
yeah.
smile.
Oh yeah.
それがいいんじゃない。まさかメガネ一つであんなに
That's
お坊ちゃん
what's
風にな
good
るとは
about
思
it.
わなかったな。
That's a
白
distant
あのメ
pleasure.
ガネ買えばよかったの
That
に。
is the best description of Emi I have ever seen. Look at this face though.
No,
Absolute
and by the
keynote.
way, let's make a quick ironic comment that when she says that's what's good about it, wait a minute.
Oh my god.
Oh
Bless
my
you,
god.
man. Oh lord,
Well,
bless you
We
again.
lost him.
Okay,
We lost him.
I'm back.
We lost
I'm
him.
back. Okay, I'm back. When she says that's what's good about it, she's talking that she doesn't want to see Shirou self-deprecating and wanting to die. Oh god.
Yep.
That's ironically enough her subtly and implicitly saying that she doesn't like to see Shirou wanting to kill himself because of his hero complex.
Well, it is good to see that Tohsaka is actually, having some fun. And Shiro's having some fun too, though he's like dying on the inside.
No, he's not.
He's having
no,
some
he's
great.
fine.
Yes.
He's having a great time, not thinking about killing himself or other people. So
I guess, but at the same time, he's having
he's having like
lot
a
of-
weird, the weirdest boner he's ever had in like 5 different directions.
yeah.
Tohsaka must
Yeah.
have loved it, as she's still laughing. It all happened about 10 minutes ago. Fuck. I don't know what she was thinking, but Tohsaka took us to a glasses store and played around by getting Saber to try on glasses. How did we not see this? This is the kinoest shit I've ever heard. I got
Wait.
involved as well. One of the glasses just got her laughing.
I can just imagine what glasses there were. I'm terrified of asking it.
It
I think if you watch the anime, they will show it.
was a pair of thick formal glasses that she made me put on.
たく余計なお世話だ。いいか。
They
本日
appear
メ
God.
ガネなんてかけないか
I
らな。
remember this.
ただでさえ動画なんだ
This is funny when you
こ
think
れ以上
about
ガキに見られて
extra.
たまるか。
I'm not gonna comment on it anymore, but there's a thing in extra that, yeah.
There is
Oh,
in
okay.
the
自
novel.
覚あったんだ
No, in Fate
け
Extra,
ど
there's
心
a
配いら
thing
ないんじゃない
Okay.
エ
that
ミヤ君今のままでも問題ないし
The fact that she just casually says, "Oh no, you can keep how you are now. I'm fine with it," makes me think that if she wanted to,
oh, she's
Shirou
gonna
would-
do it. She's gonna.
Shirou would shave his head, something like that. He would get ripped.
今のままなんて
He'll
問
become
題あ
a
る。
Buddhist
顔
monk.
は仕方ないけど、もう
Yeah.
少しぐらい背が
He would
高くならないと
become
困る。
I need more
お
height.
うエミヤ君の身長平均だと思うけど
Certainly taller than you, Tohsaka.
平均なもんか。それに背が高いと踏ん張りが効くだろ。せめて一斉ぐらい
No,
は
combine
背
him
丈
some
がない
peg
とダメ
legs.
だ。
Be way taller.
だから心配ないってばまだまだ大きくなるものあなた
You know, the face with which
Yeah,
she says
no,
this is
buddy.
a little concerning.
Nah, buddy, you're going to be short your whole life. I know how that feels.
Oh god.
それは嬉しい。
Yeah, man. Buddy, if you're already at high school and you're not growing, forget it.
Yeah,
You're
no,
going
it's
to be
over.
short for your whole life.
It's
You
over, bro.
never know.
That's not true. You never know. That's
Buddy,
true. You never
I've
know.
seen every single middle school
だって
friend of
骨
mine
格はしっか
pass
りして
me.
るんだから
Man,
Every
ちゃん
single
と
one
栄養
of
取れば
them
育
that was
つでし
shorter
ょ
than me. All the
し
ones
っ
that
か
was
り光
shorter
合成してれ
passed
ば
me.
白も大きくなれるかな
And
Guys.
now I'm the dwarf of the group.
We did it. We broke Tohsaka for the first time in the whole day. We did it. This is amazing.
どこの葉っぱの話だよ、それ。人をそこいらの花と一緒にすんな。
Wait, what the
Ah.
heck is going
エ
on?
ミヤ君もしかして怒っちゃった
別に。
No, she broke us
話
again.
半分に
Oh yeah, that was a quick victory, but it
トー
was
サ
a
カのお墨
victory.
付きなら割と期待して良さそうだ
What
し。
was she talking about?
Well,
Why was she asking us?
Shirou,
Why
Shirou
was she
said,
asking us to make?
Shirou said, "You'll still grow." She said, "You'll still grow." And he said, "I'm glad to hear that, but how do you know?" And she got all flustered with like, "Oh, you have a firm build, so, so you'll grow if you get the right nutrition."
What is you've got a firm build?
She says that we're fucking stacked with the muscles. Yeah,
He's fucking thick, bro.
thick. We got
Thick.
one compliment out of Tohsaka after 10 days.
And
Yeah.
going under by a gazillion dollars.
ええ背のことは保証できないけど
One
きっととびっきりのいい男になるわ
Whoa!
それだけは私の保証付きよシロ
Kino.
I find it ironic that even her has admitted defeat and yeah, but you're not going to grow. But hey, it's enough for
Look at the
me.
bright side. You're gonna be good, right?
It's enough for me, buddy. That's all you need. And Saber in the background just goes, yes, Shirou, it's everything you need.
Why does she have to say such an embarrassing thing? You know what this reminds me of?
照れてる照れてるエミヤ君
照れてる
すぐ顔に出るから好きよ
You know what this reminds me of? You remember Sword Art Online Abridged when Asuna takes Kirito out for the first time? It's exactly like this. It's actually kind of scary.
Wait a minute. When was that?
The first time
Was
Asuna
that-
takes him out in Abridged.
No, what? No, in when he comes into into her house and eventually
Yeah.
comes into her.
Yes. That's it.
Is that allowed on YouTube, or are we just going to get exploded into outer space?
Hey
by
man,
saying
they
the
did
word
it, so
come?
so we are gonna do it too, I guess. She's playing around with me.
We are also going to come.
She's definitely playing around with me.
この性悪。
Don't you
同学
say.
年の男
Oh my
が
god, he's
って
becoming
楽しいのか
Yusei.
お前は。
Metamorphosis.
もちろん人によるけどシロの反応は極上だしね
Thank you, Tohsaka.
She likes
Oh my
that.
god.
She likes this.
Please show her your wrath with divine punishment. Not just for my sake, but for the sake of all the guys in my school.
とは
No, and
シロで
let's
遊ぶのはこの
let's.
辺にして
I'm
コンビニ行きましょう
imagining
か
Shirou going to
お昼ご飯前にこうガッ
going
キーン
to
ってストレス解消してい
the
かない
Yorokobe guy.
Kire. The
Kire.
cool big guy.
Yeah, Kirei.
Forgot the priest's name.
I'm just imagining Shirou going to Kirei and saying, "Please, Kirei, strike down with Rin, talk to God or something like that. Just
Exercise
please.
this woman. I can't take this anymore.
And then we go back to that
Try
scene
hard
from
and
the
strike
fate
first.
route when we arrive at home and
Yes,
fight Tohsaka lying on the ground.
that is exactly what's gonna happen. She fists her hand and swings it.
ガッキーンって
I'm sure of it. She's making that gesture. But would a girl come out and say she wants to go to such a place?
Wait a minute, go back. What
バッ
did
ティングに決ま
what
ってるじ
did
ゃ
you
ないシ
do?
ロー。もしかして知らない？
Wait, go back.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
What?
We're gonna do it. A batting cage, bro.
You're in high school, goddammit.
No, it's a batting
Oh,
cage,
what?
bro. They're gonna play some baseball. What the fuck is wrong with you, man? Jesus. The former
Buddy,
school
it's
idol
me.
asks me seriously.
そんなわけあるか
Oh god.
いや俺が言いたいのはだなバッティングセンターは
Oh,
女の子向けじゃない
dangerous affirmation. That is a
Shit.
dangerous affirmation, man. Saying that, I
And that's
imagine
another-
Tohsaka going into the batter's box.
That would be terrifying.
Kino as
Let's go.
crap. It does look strange, but why does she seem so reliable?
何よ。それなら水族館にでも行く？
Why did
Penguin Army versus the giant seal?
北海の巨大アザラシ。
Let's fucking go,
炎の
bro.
三番勝負がやってたはずだけど。
Let's fucking
The
go, dude.
wait a minute. The Flaming Freezing Match. What the heck?
Shirou has no words. I think it's second rate, but I don't know about going into an aquarium when it's so sunny out.
リン、そのバッティングとは何なのですか？
I'm very disappointed that Shirou didn't take this option. Seriously.
What's the problem with the aquarium, bro?
I
The
know!
aquarium is freaking amazing.
Especially when you see fucking Penguin Army versus what? Giant whale?
The
Oh my
flame freezing.
Versus the giant seal. The flaming freezing match.
No, it is the giant seal. Yeah, no, it's right.
Wait a
There are
minute.
dolphins in the aquarium,
Ah,
bro.
How does this
Saber
go
no
in the
得意分野よ。
anime?
時に特訓の一つに挙げられ
Just
る
for a
Yes.
moment, a bunch
総
of
合的な
penguins
身体運
charging
動
into
と
a
言えるわ。
whale.
I think they omit the whole Penguin Army versus giant seal thing. Which is kind
Man,
of
I
a
Well,
shame.
it's all Shirou
That's why
in
the
a
anime of
I
UBW
think
is
that should
bad.
be in the war, you know?
I think they go straight from home to the restaurant and then straight from the restaurant to the baseball field. I don't know. Or something like that.
Bruh.
I don't remember.
I wish we could make a choice here.
Yeah, that would be fucking amazing. Wow. Tohsaka's putting it in a ridiculous way. Well, she has to convince
そ
Saber
れは
about it.
聞き捨てなりませんね。
There you go. Success.
Oh yeah,
そうそう
it's enough.
気持ちいいからやってみなさい。セイバーなら
Okay,
店の
please,
景品を根こ
please
そぎ
now
獲得できるってもんよ。
let's the sight of Saber in the baseball
Oh.
outfit.
the outfit. Yeah, sorry.
She agitates Saber irresponsibly and starts walking again. I do have to say that the batting scene in the anime is pretty glorious. That
Really
is,
glorious.
it's pretty
Not
glorious.
good. Glorious.
I watch her then
Isn't
run
it
after
like
her.
foreshadowing for Castoria?
Shut up. Then run after her since it can't be helped. There's no point arguing against Tohsaka's energy. I can't stop her, and I also kind of like being pulled around like this. I will say that
Oh, no.
for the date, for the context of the date, the outfit that Saber puts on in the anime is pretty fucking cute. For the context of
Wait a
everything
minute.
else, I don't really like it.
Wait a minute. I can search that on the internet, or I will get spoilers on my
You
face.
probably will get
immediately.
spoiled, but I will send you after we're done. There's also,
Okay.
But Rin's outfit isn't very good. I don't like Rin's outfit, casual outfit in the anime. It isn't this that she wears, so
Wait,
that's what it-
Why isn't this?
I don't fucking know. Maybe I don't know. So that's what it means. My
It's the same.
My nervousness went away because it's fun. I was taken to many places without rest, and my anxiety was gone before I knew it. Tohsaka urges me to go to the next place. I respond reluctantly, and Saber quietly watches over us. It was really fun.
Wait a minute. The biggest third wheel in the century.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
The town I only used to walk by, I didn't know all the things I didn't involve myself in were so meaningful. As soon as I think so, something like a cage falls on me, and I understand. I don't deserve this. I'm unworthy of all this. It tells
Oh
me so
no,
from deep
back
within
at it
me.
again. We are back at all those survivors guilt stuff. Oh boy.
I'm tired.
So that's how this is going to be. It's going to be the bridge scene, but instead of Saber breaking down, it's going to be Shirou breaking down.
I never expected to play 5 games with 30 balls each for a total of 150 swings. It's all because...
なんでしょうか、シロ。そのような目で見られると困ります。
Oh my god. She
Man.
hated
Oh, no.
losing.
Anyway, I love it.
Wait, she lost?
あそこまでセイバーが勝負にこだわる。
No, she made sure she won. By playing 150 swings against Stenya.
But it took 150 swings for Saber to win.
Tohsaka is
Yeah.
next to me. She also,
I'm thinking in the anime she just took like
そんな
5.
にバット握ってたら
poor
手の皮
Tohsaka.
が荒れちゃうもの。
she probably fucking skinned her palms or something after all this shit. Said something like
Oh, yeah,
that, but
probably.
ended up playing another game with Saber and then ended up complaining afterwards about how her shoulders and hands were tired. Oh.
何言ってんだ。遠坂は2回だけやって
Oh
奥で
my
ハンドル握ってたじゃないか。俺なんて5回だぞ5回。
Maybe Saber just didn't think
Yeah.
winning once was enough, you know? Maybe she was like, you know what, I think I need to win 5 times. Or
No,
7.
I need to win 5 times in the hardest difficulty.
ああ、手を抜くとセイバーが怒るし、差をつけると拗ねるんだからな。地獄のような1時間だった。
Well, at least we
拗
found...
ねてなどいません。シロに対して闘志を燃やしていただけではないですか。
Oh my
そも
god.
そも道場での打ち合いに比べれば遊びのようなもの。
Bruh.
At least we found
そ
something
こ
we're
まで
better
疲
at
労する方
Saber
が悪い
in,
のです。
right? I mean,
Yeah, at
for the
least
first
that.
4 games,
納得。セイバー遊びに負けると怒るタイプだったんだ。
I sigh and wobble on. So here's what I found out today. 1. Do not gamble with Saber. 2. A rule where the winner is the one to have 10 more hits than the opponent can end up in an infinite hell if the ones playing are about the same level. And lastly, Saber is physically weaker than us if she does not use her magical energy. Or rather, it's
What?
Tohsaka, the strange one, for hitting back 120 kilometers per hour balls like nothing. It's natural since Saber is the smallest one out of all of us, but I guess Tohsaka is rather strong for a girl.
失礼ね。バッティングはイコール腕力じゃないわ。スイングスピードと命中角度さえ合ってれば女の子でも打ち返せるわよ。
Wait a minute.
1級や
Please,
2級は
please
な。
show us
問題は
her
その
face
後。
without the
普
text,
通は腕
please.
の筋肉
Oh,
が
so this sprite for Saber is just the most precious thing in the planet.
俺はそうとしか思えない
No, wait a
バッティング
minute,
だったぞ。
please, please.
Isn't
This
she
is
adorable? Oh my
This is
god.
beautiful.
My voice is heavy with sarcasm, but
知ってるわよ。何よ、悪い？
she does work out, guys.
いや、
nice.
ナイス。
Oh, this duel.
Nice.
Nice.
No, that's not just nice. That is nice.
She replies like that, so I'm the one that got beat.
ともかく昼にしよう。
This is the start of the bridge scene. So you say I can't make push-ups, bro? Is this what our relationship has come down to?
Our relationship, the thing that started this morning, and
Our
that's
family.
going up.
Family restaurant by the bridge should be a good place around here. There are lots of choices
yeah,
on the
Saber.
menu, so I'm sure Saber won't complain.
遠坂もそれでいい
Oh
よ
yeah,
な。
Saber's going to
別に目当ての店があるってわけじゃないだろ。
British tea again.
To be fair, family restaurants, this is a true fact. Family restaurants are generally the best places you can go eat in. And family diners too, they're pretty good. Aren't as fancy, but they have pretty good food. I call out to Tohsaka.
あるわよ。目当ての店ってわけじゃないけど、予定はちゃんと組んであるんだ
Don't
から。
try
no,
too
she
hard,
doesn't.
Tohsaka.
なんだ、そうだったんだ。で、それってどこだよ。
ここ。
ここって。
Oh, is this what I think it is?
I'm gonna eat your ass, man.
I'm scared.
You're gonna eat your ass, boy!
公園でお昼にするの。
This scene in anime is so great. I love this scene.
I look around.
What is going on?
I don't see any cafe nor even a hot dog stand.
まさか、出前でも取るつもりか。
This is a thing you can do in East Asian countries. You can ask people to deliver food at a park. It's actually amazing.
The what?
Yep, that's a real thing.
ずっと持ってる私のトートバッグは何だと
In
思っ
the
てるのよ。
2000s?
Yep, that's
What the
real.
heck?
Oh,
It's a good idea. Maybe they should, turn it into an app.
come to think of it, she did hand me a bag to carry this morning.
そこはかとなくマスタードの匂い。
We're eating Chinese food again?
お弁当に決まってるでしょ。それぐらい用意したって言わなかったかしらね、私。
She glares at me. I think she did say something like that.
うわ、驚いた。
think she
まさかそ
did
こまで
say
手が込んでるとは思わなかった。
Is Tohsaka a good cook?
Well, she was last time. Back in
Ah,
the
yeah.
Fate route.
It's better than Shirou, apparently.
Hmm.
そんなの当然でしょ。私から誘ったんだから、そ
Man,
れなりの準備は
oh
して
my
るわ
god,
よ。
this is amazing. Every man should hope to be as good as Tohsaka on a date, guys. Like, you need this level
No,
of kino
no, please don't.
to get the girl
Please don't,
get
please
going
don't,
hard.
please don't give heart attacks to your Please don't give heart attacks to people on your date, please.
But you
Don't
should,
do that.
you absolutely should give them lunch. That is a thing that you should do.
Oh yeah, that's a good thing. Don't give them heart attacks or play with them or manipulate everyone and everything, and pretty much coerce someone into being the third wheel. Please don't.
No, the third wheel is a great idea. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, 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 no.
てっきり夜中に腹が減ったんでもしゃもしゃ食っちまったのかと
Oh
思っ
my
てた。
god, why did you say that?
丸ごと
That's a
食うのは
terrible
お茶っぽ
idea.
いけど遠坂ならありかなって。
Wow, everything's solved now. There are no more worries on my chest now. When I look back up, Tohsaka's making a scary
千
face.
夜くん、
Oh no.
なんだろう、遠坂。
おしゃべりはそれぐらいにして、お昼ご飯の準備をしてくれない？道具一式トートバッグの中に全部入ってるから。
Oh my god.
Straight up, I'm going to kill you if this takes too long.
I quickly make a space on the grass. Man, that was scary. It's bad for my heart to have her say something that doesn't sound like a joke with that big smile. So, lunch starts 2 hours late.
Oh, look, they have the
どうしたの
thumbnail.
シロ？
There
唐
you go.
突に
Wait
ぼ
a
ーっとしちゃっ
minute.
て。
No, please don't. She looks like a gorilla now.
ああ、もしかして。
Yeah, back
Yeah.
early 2000s non-Real Tanua art.
The arms are too big.
She's right next to me.
I don't
Tohsaka
think
says so
ours
from a
good.
close distance.
あ、いや大丈夫。
They are
強
long,
烈な味
yes,
付けだけ
but,
どうまいぞこれ。
Takeuchi.
Yeah, Takeuchi. I mean, to be
Man, but-
fair, we're going to see. I mean, I think we've already seen. Just 1 second, Unlimited. We've already seen, and we're going to see some more Real Tanua art that they added in the re-release, and that's a lot better. So, it comes at a price. But, what were you saying, Unlimited?
No, I just didn't like the art.
Oh yeah, it's just old Takeuchi art. It's kind of janky sometimes.
And it's such small.
I say so and take another bite.
そうよかった。サンドイッチをまずく作るのって一種の才能でしょ。もしかしてそういういらないもんまで持っちゃったかと思ったわ。
That Tohsaka laughs. If I look spaced out, it's probably because she's dazzling to my eyes. We're eating lunch on the grass under the clear blue sky. This is peaceful enough, but it's too much once Tohsaka's added to the picture and my nervousness is returning.
おう、口元にトマトが残ってる。取ってあげよっか。
Why is she being so cute? This is dangerous.
突然何言い出すんだよお前。それぐらい自分で取る。
But now she's not trying to kill us or something like that, so it's kind of okay.
The date
This
has begun.
feels-
That was just the preparation.
Yeah, finally.
I wiped my
That,
mouth
wait a
with my
minute.
sleeve.
That was pretty much Tohsaka trying to beat Shirou out of Shirou.
Yeah, that's pretty
Now
much what
this
she was
is the
doing
date.
actually. Just breaking him down.
That was just. Yeah, now it's the date.
You know
Okay.
in EU4 when you have to like break down the walls of the city to siege it, to like assault it? That's what she was doing.
Yeah.
I wiped my mouth with my sleeve. Crap. I got a red stain on my sleeve now.
あっちゃ、ちょい悪ふざけが過ぎたか。ごめんね、シローがあまりにも予想通りに反応するから。
Tohsaka hands me a napkin.
Never forget that she still is the devil. Even if
Indeed.
she's playing nice with you.
I don't know if she's laughing or apologizing.
いいよ。どうせ今日は一日中こんなもんなんだ。
I take the napkin and wipe my sleeve with it. The red stain isn't coming out. Looks like Tohsaka's using some original sauce. The stain is there and it doesn't look like it'll come out easily.
けど今に見てろよ。今日の教訓を生かして、明日からはちょっとやそっとじゃ動じなくなってやる。
Oh, a challenge.
へえ、じゃあ明日からは手加減なしでできるわけね。
Oh, this has been her holding back? Oh boy.
よかった。いい加減猫をかぶるのにも飽きてたところだったんだ。
Putting a mask on.
The red devil smiles back.
Putting a mask on. The woman that is the queen of putting
もうちょ
masks.
っと時間が
It
かかる
feels
から、
terrifying,
しば
but
らく
okay.
今のレベルで抑えてくれると助かる。
そう？シローがそう言うならいいけど、レベルアップしたくなった
Ho
ら教
ho
えてね。
ho!
遠慮なく叩きのめしてあげる
boy.
から。
くそ。いつか帰り討ちにしてやる。
I'm not making excuses, but it sounds like one. It's somehow really vexing, so I decide to take it out on the sandwich in front of me. I eat the sandwiches. I was hungry and it's Tohsaka's handmade meal, so I'm going to eat all of it myself. Well, actually, Saber already ate about a third of it.
Because it's Saber.
So Saber and I munch down on the sandwiches, and Tohsaka must be full as she just kind of stares at us.
体の調子良さそうじゃない。
Now that's a weird
俺
fetish.
なら午後は遠慮なく引っ張り回しても良さそうね。
She makes an evil smile again. It's that smile. She's more looking forward to seeing me worn out than what she's actually going to do.
甘く見るな。この程度引っ張り回されたぐらいで値を上げるもんか。昨日ならいざ知らず。
It's kind of good
今日は
to
ず
see
っと
that
調子がいい
Archer
んだ。
actually did help us, but that was, I don't know, I feel like it's a monkey spa or something.
そうなんだ。ならもう大丈夫かな。
Tohsaka sighs with relief and reaches out for a sandwich. It's as if she's saying her burden's gone now. Huh, the moment I wonder why she said that.
Oh.
Everything fits together. Come to think of it, it was really unnatural. The reason Tohsaka came to my house, Archer knew about my body. He must have heard that I projected his swords and knew that there was something wrong with it. That's fine. But Archer, the one who wasn't there at the time, knew about the projection because Tohsaka told him about it. Then, as Tohsaka told Archer about our battle against Castor, wouldn't Archer tell Tohsaka about the penalty on my body?
トサカ、
何？
お前なんだって昨日うちに来たんだ。しかも泊まっていくなんておかしいぞ。昨日は藤姉にかき回されて気がつかなかったけど。
Why is Shirou making this weird? This doesn't need to be weird. This is going great.
That's true.
It's kind of weird because Tohsaka is the one that wants to win the war. She's
Yeah.
not the one that wants to make selfless acts in the middle of the battle against her direct opponent and with Archer on her side with Shirou.
Well, Archer isn't
Feels
exactly
weird.
on her side at this point, but a brief moment.
No, but Archer is pretty much decided to help Shirou for free.
Yeah, but
without
that
anything
is
to-
weird. That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
It seems like a monkey spa, because he doesn't seem like the kind of guy that wants to help Shirou at all after trying to
Yeah.
kill us that time. So there must be something weird as going on, right? A brief moment, but I hear Tohsaka gasp.
なんでって。別に理由はないけど、昨日のはただの気まぐれよ。
She did
た
say
まにはああ
Kino.
いうのもいいかなって。
Everybody heard that.
そうか。確かに昨日は
But
賑やかで
she
楽しか
said
った。
Ara a little before.
でしょ？
This is going to be fun.
Ara yara.
何もなかっ
No.
たけど、ありがとう。
Classical.
No, she said half of that.
Wow. She turned red in an instant.
何勘違いしてんのよ。私は別にシロを気遣ったわけじゃなくて。
She's doing the thing.
で
協力者が減るのはマイナスだもんな。だから様子を見に来たんだろ。
Sure, Shirou, that's what happened. That's exactly what happened.
そうよ。よくわかってるじゃない。
You're pretty smart.
Pretty smart.
けど、たとえそうでも感謝してる。遠坂が何企んでいたかは知らないけど、気を使ってくれたことだけは絶対なんだからな。
She groans in dissatisfaction. Her gesture is so cute that it makes me
な
smile.
るほど。そっか。
I kind of understand now how Tohsaka feels. Feels really great embarrassing someone you like.
Oh no, he's starting to learn her ways.
He's catching the virus. The
Yeah.
weather the weather changes once we finish lunch. The sky is filled with clouds and it looks like it could start raining any moment now.
May I look like I have a face in the clouds?
仕方ないか。
Yeah,
It
it
does kind of
does.
look like a bit, yeah.
傘もないし。
And
今はもう
Nevo's
帰りま
mine.
しょう。
Yep.
There's no objection. It's Tohsaka who started this, so it's her duty to finish it as well. Give me a sec, actually. I need to, like, take something. I'll be back.
No problem.
We're back. We get off the bus. Oh god, wait. There you go. We get off the bus. It's about to start raining when we reach the familiar intersection.
今日は楽しかった？
Sure did. Right when it started to head home, Tohsaka suddenly asks that question. I don't even need to answer, of course. It was fun. It was like I got thrown in the washing machine and turned around and around. I feel like my nervousness got washed away along with the dirt. But
どうなの？楽しかったシロ。
あ
ah,
あ、参った。こんなに遊んだのは久しぶりだ。よくもあそこまで振り回してくれたな。
the more fun it is, the more awkward I get, feeling that such a thing is more than I deserve.
そう。シロが何を考えているか知らないけど、楽しいんなら素直に楽しいって言いなさいよ。
She's right.
ここまでエスコートした私に失礼じゃない。
いや、そんなつもりじゃなくてだな。
あるわよ。あんた無意識にブレーキかけちゃってるもの。前に何があったか知らないけど、そんなに辛いことだったらいっ
It's
そ
kind
忘
of
れた方が
complicated,
楽じゃないの？
Tohsaka. It's rough.
Really complicated.
My breath stops. Feels like she stuck a knife into my wound with amazing precision.
遠坂。それは。
さあ、私の知ったことじゃないわ。まあ、当初の目的は果たしたし、あとはそっちの問題か。
With her hair trailing behind her, Tohsaka heads to the hill road. Not towards the Western-style houses, but to the Japanese-style houses. I stand there in daze.
シロ、家に帰らないのですか？じき雨が降ってきますが。
Yeah.
ああ、そうだな。
Being urged by Saber, I start off. Well, at least it didn't escalate into a bridge scene, but it's pretty rough. Wait. As soon as I return to my place, I feel something really strange. Nothing is missing, but a sense of nothing being right assails me. The two make difficult expressions. That goes the same for me as well. This feeling, it's like always, but something important is stripped off. The thing missing from this place, it's
結界がなくなってる。
the boundary field that my father set up. The boundary field to notify us of intruders has been cut off by force.
誰かが留守中に押し入ったみたいね。出かけてたのは幸いか。
シロ、タイガは？
My anxiety rising, I begin to run. There's no time to think.
待ちなさい。中にまだ敵がいるかもしれないじゃない。
Sure, big brain.
Oh no.
I hear a sound. The instant I open the door, I can feel the stagnation in the air, the remains of the intrusion. The air is heavy like silk with just a small amount of filth. I run in with my shoes on. I don't have the time to take them off, and I don't have the composure to even consider such a thing. Tohsaka and Saber are running behind me. I don't even look at them and head straight to the living room. I run into the living room. The lights are turned off. Under the gray sky the dark room contains.
あら、このまま連れ去ろうと思ったのに、
いいタイミングで現れるのね、坊や。
Booyah.
Fujin is standing
That is the,
unconscious
now that is the thumbnail.
and an
That's
enemy
true.
called Caster.
キャスター
I hear Saber's voice from behind me. The two
Oh,
stop
and
when they
let's-
see Caster.
And let's remember one thing. Technically, Archer, I don't know, Archer is in Rin's house because it would be really interesting if Archer was on Shirou's house.
Well, Archer could have made his way here. Maybe he's just letting this happen. Who knows? It must be because Fujin is held as a hostage. Caster will cast a spell if Saber or Tohsaka attack her. It will be faster than anyone here. Even if Saber charges, even if Tohsaka casts a spell, Caster's finger will light up faster than anything. Their position. If Caster would do that, Taiga's face will explode like a tomato. My mind freezes. I'm angry. I'm so mad that my vision is about to turn red, but my mind is objective. I never knew that you could get calm if anger passes a certain level.
不用心よ、坊や。魔術師であるのなら、結界にはもっと力を入れないと。
She laughs. I take it like it's happening to someone
首
else.
相な心がけねえキャスター。自分からこっちの陣営にやってくるなんて降伏宣言のつもり？
ええ、似たような要件よ。もっとも許しを請うのはあなたたちの方でしょうけど。
The voice is enough to create sparks between them. Tohsaka glares at Caster and does not do anything. Fujimura's life will end if she moves. If Tohsaka's going to move, I'll... Tohsaka before Caster will.
で、人質を取って何をするっていうのよ、あんた。
あなたに用はないわ。関心があるのはそこの坊やよ。ねえ、私が持ちかけた話をまだ覚えていて。
The event at the temple. Caster told Archer and me to be her subordinates.
あんた、まだ懲りずにそんなこと。
Tohsaka's angry. That's surprising. Archer told Tohsaka about it.
懲りる？そうね。本来なら一度断った人間に関心なんて持たない。けれど、
Why
それも
is
相
she
手による
making
の
that?
よ、お嬢さん。
Why does she genuinely care to go into her house to get Taiga as hostage just for proposing an alliance?
Well, if you remember the bad ending from last time, she wants to make Shirou into a bit of a projection machine. Preferably limbless and with his mind shut off. That'd be pretty useful to bring about no phantasms out of thin air and shit, right?
Speaking of useful stuffs, I guess it's better now because Vision is not such a useless character anymore.
Shut up! Stop quoting Digit. This is making me upset.
What you talking about, bro?
Caster's
Just
watching
back.
me. As if saying she's not interested in Tohsaka.
あなたは面白いわ、坊や。聖杯戦争は今回で5回目。そのいずれもあなたのようなケースはなかったでしょう。殺してしまうのは簡単。けれどせっかくの貴重なサンプルだもの。できれば殺さずに手に入れたい。分かって？こんな無粋な真似をするのもあなたを生きたま
I
ま
think
仲間
alive
に
is
した
a
いか
bit of
ら
a
なのよ。
stretch there, Caster. That means she will kill Fujimura if I refuse.
私は主の命に背いてここまで来た。そこまであなたを評価しているのだから、こちらの熱意も信用できるのではなくて？
何勝手なこと言ってんのよ。マスターに黙って好き勝手やってるやつが。
あら嫉妬？でも残念。悪いけどあなたに興味はないの。魔術師としては優秀みたいだけど、私には到底及ばないわ。その点そこの坊やは理想的よ。魔術師として未熟だもの。御するのはたやすいです。
She's such a fucking... a charming laugh.
Arrogant.
Caster
Arrogant.
urges me to reply while digging her fingers into Taiga's neck.
困った子ね。
But
悩むことなどないでしょう。聖杯を手に入れるのは私以外にない。この町はとっくに私のものだもの。いくらあなたのセイバーが優
wow,
れていよ
that's
う
more.
と、
Polish.
than
無尽蔵の魔力を
yeah,
持
that's
つ
more
私
stupid
を
than anything.
倒すことはで
You
きない
got
わ。
beaten by her. You genuinely were in some dire straits in the end of the fight when your plan was suddenly seeing opposition, and now you're saying that you're going to win without a question. That feels more like straight up being stupid with yourself.
Yep. That's the kind of person she is. Confident to a
Yeah,
fault.
but then she's just being stupid, not truly
Oh, she
smart.
is in control here at this point, so.
Yeah, but oh, wonderful. Oh, damn.
Yep.
If she wasn't, that would be impressive.
Saber's
wasn't in
presence.
control-
I
Well,
think
she is
you
a
are
weak person,
underestimating
that's the
her.
point. She's a fucking slimy worm. She's a vermin. But she has the control. Saber's presence moves. She's ready to fight. She will charge at Caster if she sees an opening.
だから無駄なのよセイバー。いいこと？ここでこうしている私でさえ私の力の供給源は町に住むすべての人間。1000人単位でマスターを持っているようなものよ。それがどういうことか分かって。
貴様。
そう魔力のない人間でも魂そのものは別
Oh,
で
she
しょ。
set up the famous soul bomb.
私たちはもともとソウルイーターだもの。マスターから命という魔力を奪えばいくらでも魔力は引き
A
出せる。
suicide bomber that uses everybody else as the bomb.
So
Yep.
she's pretty much going to explode every single. She's pretty much trying to use the entire Ryudo temple as a big hostage. In
Well,
the
the
situation.
entire city. She has tendrils like spreading to office buildings and shit. Remember from that interlude? It wouldn't be surprising if after 10 days she's got at least half of fucking Fuyuki under her fucking puppet strings.
Nah, I don't know if she is that strong, but I can certainly imagine that pretty much every single worker that I don't know, like trash. The dudes that take that
Trash
dudes that take the
collectors and-
trash.
yeah.
Yeah, trash collectors. Every single person that come close to the Ryudo temple is probably under her influence. But again, it feels like she is selling herself, not really.
Oh, yeah.
It feels like she still has something.
She's bluffing. But she
Yes,
knows she
she's
has like
bluffing.
the high ground at this
Because
point.
like for example, what happens with the church if she does something like that? Because Buddy Gaslicks will not sell that.
Yep.
A chunk of the population dying simultaneously is not something that I guess they can suddenly put under the
Under the hood.
But again, you have to consider
Yeah.
that the priestess Kirei.
Yeah, well, that is
That
true.
is not just a priest thing. That is something the mayor will start coming out. The government
The
will
fucking-
start,
yeah, the
will
fucking-
start
yeah.
coming out. The Magic Association will start looking at, wait, what the heck did a city just explode?
Yeah, but like Esther is a servant
Or
of a magical.
she's
Well-
bluffing. She will not be able to kill that many people.
Well, I'm
Because then
sure
there will
she
be-
can. I don't know if she wants to. This might all just be empty threats to make Saber. But
Yeah.
again, Castor is a fucking crazy psycho ass bitch. So, I don't know. She doesn't have anything to lose, right?
She
At
looks
the end
like
of the day,
someone.
she's gonna go away the second this is all over.
She looks like someone who would kill her own kids just to piss off her husband.
Oh boy.
あなたのそ
Kill
の
her
怪物じ
kid
みた
only
宝
to
具
piss
も
off her husband.
今の
Who is
私なら
that?
何度だって扱えるわ。
An unlimited source of energy. Magical energy she sucks out of everybody in this town. That's why she's going to win. She's saying she's invincible because she controls innocent people like puppets. It's the same. She's saying she will laugh on top of other sacrifices. The firing hammer rises. Heat returns to my calm
さあ
mind.
答えを聞かせてエミやシロ。あなたに勝ち目はないわ。セーバーと共に私に従ってくれるかしら。
藤根を話せ。
話を聞いてなかったのかしら。私に下りなさいと言ったの。
The more this scene goes on, the more I think both of them are kind of stupid.
What?
First, it doesn't make sense to cast her to go out like this
Oh,
without
it isn't
her
cast her,
servant
it's
and a
her shadow.
self-assassin.
She has nothing to lose.
Yeah,
Zero.
I guess.
Like, even if they
I
kill this
guess.
body, she's just okay in the temple projecting a shadow in his house. And Shirou can't afford to attack her because this shadow will kill Taiga. And he can't lose Taiga.
Yes, that's the dumb thing about him saying what he just said to the caster. But again, if anything, this feels like something that is just going to be bad for casting in the long run, because it doesn't feel like if she's genuinely thinking that she can have a master and a servant that have been constantly against her suddenly bow down to her because she has a bunch of
Well,
I don't know.
I think she
It does, and again, yeah, she kills Tiger. She makes half the city explode. Now she only has a bunch of people pissed off at her.
well, she doesn't
God
want to
knows.
rule the world, though. Again, she has nothing to lose. Even if she kills the entire city, she wins the
Yeah,
Grail,
even
boom,
if-
she's gone.
If
She
she
got her
doesn't
wish.
need to kill the entire
Wait,
city.
let's think the big picture. If anything, Kira will just look at that, think that that's too much, and look at Gilgamesh and say go, and he goes and she's
Well,
dead.
she doesn't know that Gilgamesh exists. That's the
Yeah, but again,
bonus.
she must think the church has something to deal with her.
I don't know about that. To her, the church only has one inquisitor, and that's Kotomine Kire, which to everybody else is just
Yeah,
some guy.
but again, it's the Inquisitor for the Holy Grail War. He's not some random schmuck.
Well, in the Fourth War, he was a random chump, but you know, that was beside the
you.
point.
That's cute, bro.
うるさい藤根を離せ
Oh, he's getting serious. There's nothing else. I have nothing to give her.
She doesn't need to, explode the entire city to threat Shirou.
Oh, she only needs Taiga, yeah.
No, not only that. Even if something happens and we cannot make Taiga a hostage anymore, she has Issei.
Yeah.
And Issei's father and friend. Shirou is a friend of the Ryudo Temple.
Yeah.
She has no hostages.
I mean, the way to get Shirou to do anything you want is to attack the people he loves, because that's who he exists for. The reason he's still alive is because of those people. Literally. So, this is bad. This is very bad.
And besides, she doesn't actually need Shirou's and Rin's assistance.
Well, if she really needed Shirou, she would just, do the mind spell again and then rip off his arm or something.
Yeah.
I think she's just having fun at this point. She's like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to fuck with this kid. Because I can. I'm going to win anyways.
And
But again, she feels like she's genuinely arrogant to a
But she is.
to a
That's
moment
the,
of
that's,
yeah, but to a point that it just feels stupid.
Well, that's who she is.
Just-
Even that's pretty realistic to who she was when she was alive, but we're not going to get into that.
Like,
She was the kind of person that killed her 2 children to make her husband upset. So, yeah.
let her have fun, bro. She has nothing to lose.
The gritting sound. Caster grits her teeth in annoyance and sighs as if to calm herself
分
down.
かったわ交渉は決裂というわけね聖杯を手に入れられるマスターは一人だけだもの他のマスターと手を組む気はないということ
違う聖杯とかそういうのは関係ない
そう嫌われたものね
There's no sarcasm in her voice. There's only anger.
本当に残念あなたを気に入っていたという気持ちにもしあなたが私に協力してくれたなら聖杯を分けてあげても
oh no, she would not.
Fucker.
Again, by that point,
俺はお前みたいなやつを止めるため
it
に
feels
戦うって決めたんだ
Believe
聖
her.
杯なんて関係ない
more like
It's
stupid
poor,
than
poor
anything.
Caster being oppressed by these terrible men that just don't give her anything she wants. And she's so helpful and friendly.
That's true.
Yeah, again, by now she just feels stupid. In one moment, she was saying that she was genuinely going to kill Shirou's
Well, she's
Shirou's
not interested in
sister.
Taiga.
She was going
She's
to
interested
explode
in
half
him.
of the city. She was going to explode half of the city and using him as a battery. And then 5 seconds later, she says, "Oh, I will really share the grail with you."
Well,
It feels
she's
stupid.
She is who she is. This is just who she is.
Yeah, but it feels stupid. It feels like a horrible plan and execution.
It's not
If anything, she just
the
bought
horrible
a
plan.
If anything, she just bought a war with 2 masters.
Well, she already was at war with them anyways.
No, yeah, but again, it's just buying more enemies because now she will have the church on.
She is
against her.
entirely
It
unconcerned with
doesn't have the
enemies.
church-
She already said this 5 seconds ago.
Yeah, but again,
She
that's so
doesn't. She
stupid.
isn't doing this because she thinks she needs Shirou to win. She's doing this because she thinks it would be cute to have a pet.
Yes, but again, a general that thinks, "Oh yeah, we are going to win this war no matter what," is one step closer to falling into a trap.
Well, but that's who she is. She's arrogant to a fault, and she thinks she's the queen of the world. That's just who she is. That's a flaw. It's a good thing for characters to have flaws.
And
You
she
know?
still has a trump card.
I glare at Castor. Taking my stare full of enmity, she... laughs for some reason.
あら気に障ったけどあなたも悪いのよ心にもないことを口にするから
Ho ho. My throat clogs up. I didn't say anything against what I believe in.
聖杯なんて関係ない本当にそうなのかしらねあなたは聖杯の犠牲者ですもの聖杯なんて関係ないそう言葉にする時点であなたは聖杯を憎んでいるのではなくて
Oh, she's in the know. At that instant, my mind freezes.
シロ
I don't understand anything since my mind's frozen. Not even Tohsaka, who's watching me with worry. Not even Saber, who looks down painfully. Not even the nausea that fills me
知っ
up.
てるわよエミヤシロ前回の戦いは10年前だったんですってその時にあなたは全てを失った炎の中に一人取り残され死を待つだけだったあなたはエミやキリツグに拾われただから本当はこの家の子供じゃないのにもかかわらずなりたくもない魔術師にさせられて今まで苦しんできたんでしょ
No, she chose that. She's making painfully wrong
今の話
judgments.
そうあなたにとって聖杯は憎むべき敵だったそんなあなたがこの戦いに参加するなんて皮肉な話ねあなたの気持ちはわかるわ誰だって不当に自身の幸福を奪われては恨まずにはいられないええ私が気に入ったのはそういう
Fuck
エミや
you.
シローの過去よ
You whore.
あなたには復讐の資格がある聖杯を手に入れて10年前の清算をする権利があるだからあなたを仲間にしてあげてもいいと思
Ah,
った
fuck off with your bullshit.
さあ
Again,
直しなさい
I'm not even commenting right now. It just feels
私だって
stupid by the
戦いを
fifth
望んで
time.
はいないだって殺し合いなんてバカら
Oh
しいでし
no,
ょ
battles are stupid. Says the one that
聖
has
杯
a
に無
hostage
限
in
の
her
富があ
arms.
るのなら
Yep.
いくら分けてもそこは尽きないはずなら信用に足る者たちなら聖杯を共有してもいいのでは
Fuck
な
off,
くて
you loser. She's probably not telling a lie. Castor must seriously
復
think so.
讐なさいエミやシロ聖杯は私の手にあるも同然あなたの願いを叶えてあげることぐらい造作もないわ
Jesus Christ,
世
this
まい
woman
ご
is
とだキャ
good.
スター
I genuinely want
サーバントが
to
最後
see
の
a
一人に
version
な
of
るまで
this in
聖
which
杯は現
everything
れない
goes her
その
way
ような
just to
名
see
言
her
で
getting
私
beat
の
up
マスターを侮辱するな
into a bloody pulp by Gilgamesh.
いいえ戦わなくとも聖杯が手に入る方法はあるのよセイバー他のサーバントには無理でもキャスターである私には聖杯のからくりは読み取れるそうね膨大な魔力出力を誇るあなたが手を貸してくれるなら今からでも聖杯を呼び出すことは可能でしょう
Huh. creates a crack in Saber's resolve. It's because Saber feels that Castor is telling the truth. And remember, this time around, Saber is only here for the Grail.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
これが最後よ、坊や。
That's true.
Oh yeah. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let's rethink something. When Saber put her head down because Castor thought that Shirou didn't care about the Grail, she must have thought something.
Oh.
First, that she thought he's not with me. Second, maybe her head just thought of he will not go with he will not have the same thing Kiritsugu had in saying that I should destroy the Grail. He will not.
無益な戦いは
That
避けたいのでしょ
just crossed my mind.
なら私に従いなさ
She
い
probably had in her head
セイバーを
that
私に渡し
because Shirou
あなた
hates
が私
the
に協
Grail,
力するとい
she's
うの
going
な
to
ら
do the same
聖
that
杯はあなたたちに
Kiritsugu
預ける
was.
わ
Anyway,
The final negotiation. Saber is perplexed. It's because avoidable battles should be avoided, and it will be the best if the Holy Grail can be obtained that way. And besides, the enemy has Taiga's life in her hands. There's only one answer. Even Tohsaka is biting her lips as if she's given up. I have a choice.
refuse.
Let's obey. I think she has a strong point.
Refuse. I'm not even questioning it. Refuse.
Unlimited. It is down to you, my man. Is he still around? I hope
Sorry,
he is.
I
There you
just,
go. Okay, I'm sorry.
just wanted to make some dramatic pause. Okay, let's see. I refuse.
2 for refuse.
I refuse though. If you refuse, she's gonna kill Taiga.
Dagakotoaru. Dagakotoaru.
She's gonna kill Taiga.
断る
No.
お前の
Good
話には乗らない
Holy shit.
I say so to the Magus without looking away. 3 people gasped. Nobody here expected me to reply like that.
あなた正気自分がどんな立場にいるか分かっていて
Oh, your house of cards has fallen, bitch.
ああお前の言い分は分かった確かに正しいことを言ってると思う
If battles can be avoided, they should. And if the Holy Grail can be shared, it should. But...
けど人を無差別に襲っている魔女には協力しない
Oh,
お前の言い分は正しいけどその手段
Bad
は間違っ
and time.
それにもう一つ俺は無理やり魔術師になったんじゃない
yeah, you fucker.
そ
Yes.
れを
And by the
お前
way,
にとやかく言われる筋合いはない
ironic thing, she probably saw the official records of everything and then deduced some outcomes. 1, she got them wrong, and 2, that is
She made a wild ass gamble, like, oh yeah, this random kid
Yes.
got turned into a Magus.
Yes.
Being a Magus, you know, kind of sucks. So maybe he was forced into it. I can capitalize on that, but then she didn't expect
yeah,
the
and again,
Spanish Inquisition.
And again, that plays into another thing. Her downfall is the things that she doesn't know.
Yep.
Because, for an example, she says it must be tragic, it must be ironic for him to join the war. Yes, but not because he wanted to, but because it was an accident.
Yes, literally.
Basically.
And
Literally.
another thing, Kiritsugu forced him. She doesn't have any idea what Kiritsugu did in the last war, did she?
I mean,
No.
I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, and that makes me think of what Saber must have thought for going with Castor.
It is concerning, however, that she must have had a source that knows this. Like, someone must have told her this, if she doesn't have any divining magic, which she might have divination.
Oh, what? Wait a minute. What sort? Must know what?
Someone that knows about what happened last time must have told her about all of this.
No, she doesn't. She clearly doesn't.
Well,
She knows.
she needs
knows
to
that
know from somewhere. She doesn't just know what happened last time. That's not how servants
No,
work.
wait a minute. She knows that Kiritsugu was a master, and she knows that Kiritsugu adopted Shirou.
And she
That's
knows
just-
that the Grail was what caused the flame. She knows how it ended.
Okay, that's fair.
So someone
But
must
at
have
the same-
informed her of this.
But she does not know But she does not know. But then she doesn't know about Kiritugu trying to destroy the Grail.
Or maybe she
And
does. She just didn't want to bring it up because it was tactically, you know.
But Venda doesn't support her claim that Kiritugu forced Shirou. Why would Amanda wants to destroy the Grail, force a kid into becoming a Magus to
Well,
fight?
if she doesn't tell
another Holy
Shirou
Grail
that
war?
he destroyed the Grail, then he doesn't know that it's a contradiction. She's trying to manipulate him. She's trying to play on the fact that maybe he doesn't know.
Yes, but again, she feels like she's being stupid because she's making judgments that do not.
Well, she did lose the
correspond.
manipulation game, so.
Yeah, and another thing, does she know that Kirei had a servant?
I don't
Does
know.
she know what servant? That's what he
That's
had.
why I think it's weird, because the source that she has must have told her only the Kiritsugu stuff at the end of the war.
Yeah, but Venda doesn't explain the fire because that fire was Kirei's asking.
Maybe if it was someone that wanted to keep that a secret. Who knows?
Then it was Kirei?
Who knows? I'm just bringing this up. I don't know.
そうならあなたはいらないわここで消えてしまいなさい
Caster's voice fills with intent to kill.
貴様
At the same time, Saber gets ready to attack, and
動くなセイバー
What's going to happen?
I stop her with all my might.
頼む動かないでくれセイバー遠坂のだ今は
So what are you gonna do, big man?
いかない
You don't know how to talk, but
She'll
what do
be-
we do now?
She'll be killed if any of us moves. I'll lose the person that was with me
Now?
until now, a person that's like an older sister to me. I
Oh yeah,
can't allow
that
that.
is, wait a minute, Zevlen, please. Now that would be interesting because how the heck do they deal with the hostage?
Well, that's what we're
Because
gonna
my
see.
mind, because my mind just thought of maybe Archer, but Archer would need to be with Shirou for once, which doesn't seem like something that could happen.
Yep.
白
And I
This
really
one.
don't know what will happen because I think the scene wasn't in the anime.
They changed the scene very dramatically in the anime.
Yeah,
It's completely
I was
different.
thinking about it. I
What?
didn't
How was-
remember Fujine being
In the-
kidnapped or
Yeah, in the anime, Caster intercepts everyone when they're coming back in the bus.
in the bridge.
Yeah. So it's completely different.
Yeah.
Wait. Are we assuming that this is Shadow's cast? This is Caster
Well, we're
Shadow?
not assuming. She said that it was. Well, we're assuming that she's
What?
speaking the truth. She might be lying, but
I don't know, because knowing Caster, it would be another thing to come in person to threaten.
yeah, that
Shirou.
would be kind of that would be too stupid for Caster. She's
Yes.
doing this 4D chess thing way too well up to now
Yes,
to fuck up on that scale.
バカ
And
Yeah.
again,
Ah, どうして断った
the
りし
least
たの
she
よ
would do if she was in here in person is bringing her own servant with her.
Yep. But the two stop. I take a step toward Caster as if to hide them.
あら全くの考えなしかと思ったけど自分の立場ぐらいは理解していたようね
Caster smiles once again. Her left arm that was carrying Fujine slowly points at me.
卑怯者無抵抗の白を殺すつもり
まさか命まで取りはしませんよ坊やにはマスターで亡くなってもらうだけ
I can't
私
believe
の
it.
仲間にはならない
This scene
Pero
in
この娘
the
は
light novel
救いたい
is better.
It's much better. It
I
is.
don't know, in the visual. Sorry. The visual
そういう
novel.
のならそれぐらいの覚悟はあったのでしょ
Saber gasps. I apologize to Saber in my mind and take another step towards Caster.
けどどうやって令状を渡せばいい人に渡す
ほう
方法なん
ほ
て俺は知らない
白ダメだそんなことをしても
You know what he's doing to Saber, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
そうね邪魔が入らなければ移植はできるのだけどここでは望めそうにない
Well, Saber doesn't really
落ち
mean
着ける場所
anything
に
to
移動しない
Shirou
と
here.
移植は無理でしょう。だ
She's
から
just battle buddy. Taiga takes precedence. The dark, damp effects of the fate root not existing.
皮ごと剥ぎ取りなさい。ここ。
The Black Witch says so with a smile.
ここまでです。シロ、タイガのことは諦めてください。
Give up on
I'm
Tiger.
sorry, what?
Okay, Saber, that's just plain and simply
だいた
stupid.
いあいつが人質
I
を
feel
解
the
放する
same
ため
way,
かっていう
said
の。
Tohsaka.
一度言いなりになったら最後まで利用されるだけよ。
The two have a point, so I can only apologize to them in my head.
持っていけ。これでいいんだろう。
I raise my left arm. Caster should be able to cut off my left arm along with the command spell with one word.
シロ、
Jesus Christ, Shiro, now you're just being stupid.
なんだってのよ
This is
あんたは
Shirou you're talking
This
about.
is Shirou. He wants to die to save the people he loves, even the people he doesn't even fucking know, much less the one person he actually loves in this world.
Wait a minute.
He doesn't care about any of this shit.
Hey, Unlimited.
What is this, the problem?
Is this what happened in the anime?
No.
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 It's completely different, the thing that happens.
What happened in the anime?
Well, let's get to
It's-
the end of the thing, and then...
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about the good
こ
stuff
の程度
first.
で藤姉が助かるなら、そんなの考えるまでもない。
I point my left arm at Caster.
いいわ。
It's completely
こちらに来
completely
なさい。
different.
エミやシロ。
And
何を
I
企
prefer
んでいる
that
か
one.
は知らないけど、
this one.
どんな奇襲
Yeah.
より私
Wait,
の
you
指の
prefer
方
the
が
anime?
早いの。
No, he says
No.
he preferred this one.
No,
Okay, this one, okay.
yeah, this one.
Caster still must not trust me as she puts some distance between us. I walk to her. Caster's right in front of me, and the other two are far away. I walk to the place where I won't be able to get away and hold out my arm. The Black Witch watches me in astonishment.
驚いたわ。大した善人ね、坊や。いいわ。あなたの誠意に免じて、この女は返してあげる。
Her robe flutters. Caster keeps a hold of Fujine with her left hand and takes out a strange dagger with her right.
お笑い草ね。これなら手間をかける
Wait,
必要もなかっ
The
た。
noble phantasm.
Then I'm fan have this
Then she's here in person.
本当にバカな子。
Wait,
目障り
she's
だか
that
ら、
stupid
あなた
too?
みたいなお人よしは死んでしまいなさい。
Well, her bluff succeeded, apparently. She swings her dagger. It goes not for my
Okay, now
arm, but
she's-
my heart, and
Now she's going to die.
she explodes.
Is Shirou-
Saber charges in with such speed that I thought she exploded. The speed must have been faster than Caster expected as her dagger is repelled.
Yeah, buddy, that's kind of stupid.
Caster retreats and Saber
Okay.
follows her. She
Okay,
must have
okay,
figured
okay,
out. No, let
okay.
us finish the scene. You can react after it's
Damn.
done. She must have figured out that she can't get away.
そう。な、
Smiling happily, Caster puts power into her right hand and
やめてくれ、セイバー。
I pray from the bottom
I
of my
can't
heart
believe
and
Shirou
reach out
did it.
with my left arm.
シロ、
I can't fucking believe that Shirou did it.
Saber stops. Her movements are stopped by the absolute obedience enforced by the command spell. There,
That was the last one.
Man. Oh
the
my
dagger was stabbed as easily
Let's
as
try.
making footprints in snow.
I want to cry. I can't believe it.
It feels like
What?
time has stopped. Saber is looking down at her chest in blank amazement.
貴様。
そう。これが私の宝具よ、セイバー。何の殺傷能力もない。儀礼用の鍵に過ぎない。けれど、これはね、あらゆる契約を覆す裏切りの刃。あなたもこれで私と同じ。主を
Okay, so
裏切り、
can Saber,
その剣を
so
私
can
に
Saber
預けなさい。
kill Caster?
Nope. Red light erupts. Magical energy flows out like tumbling water. It spreads through Saber's body, destroys every rule controlling her, and The connection between Saber and me is completely cut. Saber crumples onto the floor. There is a mark like a bruise on her forehead. I see 3 marks appearing on Castor. The command spell to control the servants. What used to be on me, the proof of being Saber's master, is on her arm now.
驚いたかしら？これが私の宝具、ルールブレイカー。
ルールブレイカー。
この世界にかけられたあらゆる魔術を無効化する裏切りと否定の剣。
It's one of the most terrifying noble phantasms.
Yep. Saber is moaning on the floor, as if fighting against a poison that entered her.
あんた、サーバントのくせにサーバント。
ええ、使い魔にしたのよお嬢さん。これで計画通り。エミやシローはマスターではなくなり、セイバーは私のものになった。
The farce is
こ
over.
の娘さえ
Oh,
手
she
中に収め
basically
てしま
won
え
the
ば、
Holy Girl.
恐れるものは何もない。
Wait, is this
そうよ。
serious?
Yep.
あのバーサ
This
ー
is
カーが私を
100%
襲
serious.
うと
This is
関係
happening.
ない。
Ah,
She's
今
basically
度は
won the
私から
Holy
攻め
Girl.
入ってあげま
okay,
しょ
now
う。
that's
Yeah,
really
the
simply
saber.
stupid. Okay, that was just bad writing from my guess, but okay.
Oh, you're just upset. Castor laughs and picks up Fujina.
ほ
I
ら、
am
返して
kind
あ
of
げる
upset
わ、おバ
because
カ
it
さん。
just feels like a sequence of
大事な人なんでしょ？
stupidities of
It's not
size of
stupidity
mountains.
whatsoever. This is completely in character for Shirou.
最後まで
And
頑
the
張ら
things
せ
that
て
happened
ダメ。
after have been foreshadowed before. We've seen this happen, actually, in the Fate route, when she struck Saber with Rule Breaker and then Saber killed us, presumably to then be Castor's servant just like she is now. This probably was Castor's plan all along, actually. The whole thing about Shirou being her pet
Oh yeah, and by the
probably was
way,
just theater.
why just Castor just why isn't Castor just killing both Tohsaka and Shirou that doesn't have any
Well,
masters?
because they just don't have utility. She doesn't care. She's won.
Yep.
Shireen,
She won the
Archer,
Holy Girl. Wow, she
Archer
has
for
saber.
God's
Archer
sake.
is 1 centimeter away from not being Dean's servant anymore. Let's
Yes,
be
just
completely
do
honest.
it. Just do it. Just take away your damn
Well, she doesn't need to.
inconveniences.
Why? Why do it?
Command spell?
She
At
can
the
just
very least?
she can just sick Saber into Archer and then boom, that's over.
She has a good master. She is a servant.
So
She has saber.
stupid. Yes, but again, take another servant for damn sake.
Nope, yeah, but she's won. That's over.
And
Take another
It's
one.
Castor's Gan. Fugitive body floats up. She goes through the air as if being pulled by an invisible arm. I catch her at once. There's no reply, but her body is warm. Fujin is
Oh yeah,
unconscious,
oh yeah, you genius. Oh yeah, no, you really thought that she
but
was going
she's
to let
still breathing
Taiga alone.
and is unwounded.
man, you have to understand that this is Shirou. You know, you have to,
Now
you
I
have to
want to
carry
slap
out,
you in.
carry out
Now I want
Shirou.
to. Well, shut up.
Oh, he's
Shut up
so
about
upset.
getting real.
I sigh with relief.
I'm explaining.
満
I've
足
done
したかし
something
ら。
by a lot of things.
約束だものね。
I think Boomer
その
didn't get
娘は助
Shirou
けてあげる。
well.
No, I get Shirou, but I was expecting
そう
him
ね。
to
あ
not
な
be
たも
that
見逃
level.
してあげまし
Well,
ょう。
but that's who he is. If your
Where
mom
they
was being...
stand, for
Listen to
damn
me,
sake, I
listen to
was
me.
expecting-
Listen to me. You have to think of this in your own perspective. If your mom was 1 second away from getting exploded in front of you, would you care about this random ass lady that popped up in your house last week?
One.
'Cause
Putting
this is what-
ourselves in that
this was
position
happening
does
right
not work, buddy.
No,
Putting
that
ourselves
is
in that
literally
position
what's
does not work.
happening.
Not a
But
single, not a single one of us is a master. Not a single one.
No. But this is literally what's happening. This is
If-
literally
if
what's
you had a
happening.
chance to save your
Shiro's
mother.
one family, the last thing he has in the world. His mom, his sister, the person that knew Kiritsugu, the woman that has raised him from nothing. She's in line. And the one thing he has to give away is some girl he has talked to 5 times before. The closest thing he's had to a relationship with Saber this time around is the double date.
Yes, but the thought of immediate danger for them's sake.
Well, but he's
Yeah,
out of it.
wait
Castor is
a minute,
admittedly
I
not
want to make,
interested in
wait a
any
minute.
of them.
I want you to make a question. what stops Caster, the one that has already lied and cheated and backstabbed and betrayed every single person she could, every single one of them? There's not a single person in this world that she's met that she has been truly honest, not even her master.
Yep.
How is she not? What stops her from killing both him and Tohsaka with Saber?
Oh, she's
With
not doing anything
You
now.
already said she just don't care.
She just
You're already-
literally,
And you trust Caster.
she is literally an eldritch god. She is so far beyond the level of Tohsaka or Emiya that she doesn't.
Wait a
The
minute.
proof that she's
Wait a
not
minute,
going
wait
to
a
kill
minute,
them
wait a
is that
minute,
she
wait a minute.
hasn't.
Wait a
She
minute,
absolutely
forgive
could
me.
have killed them before.
Forgive me for my words, but bullshit.
But she is. She could have
Man,
killed
you
them
know
whenever
what?
she wanted. The only
Saber.
reason she didn't kill Emiya is that she wanted Saber. In Tohsaka, she just thinks nothing of. She has Archer, some random guy that doesn't have a name, isn't immediately identifiable as important, and most importantly of all, isn't the strongest class. Now she has an unbreakable fortress that you only can go through by fighting a servant that's pretty fucking powerful, and the strongest character in the game. The
That's
only
true.
way she could ever lose is if crazy, ridiculous shenanigans happened, which,
Gilgamesh.
Shirou and his luck, but
Gilgamesh. No,
And
not even
Gilgamesh.
Shirou, Gilgamesh.
Maybe Gilgamesh. Yeah.
But then
maybe.
you have to think too.
Gilgamesh,
Saber
no,
did
but-
kill Gilgamesh
no.
last time.
Just wait a minute. Maybe Gilgamesh, no, but Gilgamesh has literally everything, including her
No,
dagger.
Gilgamesh.
Well, yeah, but
can-
Gilgamesh
but
could won against.
Gilgamesh. He's so arrogant and everything.
Well, he is very arrogant,
just
but then
a-
at the
just a
same
thing,
time,
just a-
Gilgamesh
just a
has
thing,
to
just a
fight
thing.
against
Wait a minute,
Caster
just a
and
minute,
Saber
just a
and
thing.
Assassin.
Yeah, I
That's
get it. But one, just a thing. Caster's now an Eldritch Deity. BS, because Gilgamesh is the Eldritch Deity in
Well,
there.
he also
He's
is.
the one that can. He's the one that has the right to be sassy because he is damn sassy. It
Well-
took a Deus Ex Machina for him to be lost, to lose that one. That
Well,
Man,
in
you-
but
fixing
here we are.
You know what? The problem is that Gilgamesh never goes 100%.
He doesn't.
That's
That,
the
that is
real-
that is true.
Yeah.
Yes.
He never
Yes.
goes.
Well, last time he did
100%.
lose to Saber, and now
Yeah.
the Saber's absolutely there, and bonus point.
No,
bonus
wait a
round.
minute, no, wait a
no,
minute,
bonus round.
He lost-
Saber has
wait a minute, he
unlimited magical energy supply, which means she can spam
but she
Excalibur as much as she wants without going away.
Yes, but again, remember who has a bigger Excalibur? Gilgamesh.
Oh, he does, but then
And
it's
remember-
one guy
yeah,
versus three. One of
That's
them
true.
can
It's
strike
one
three
guy-
places
it's one guy,
at the same
it's
time.
one guy with every single noble phantasm in history,
Yep.
Yeah.
including the one that overpowered every single other
Yeah.
all the
But-
noble phantasm in the world.
Well,
Boomer,
the whole
Boomer, just
discussion
think- just
about
think one thing,
Gilgamesh
just think one thing.
versus is not going
No,
to
I
be
want
fruitful.
you to seriously,
because that
I want
might
you to seriously
happen in
consider
the
only
future.
thing- and I want you to seriously consider that the only thing that stopped Gilgamesh in the last part, in the last route, was a goddamn Deus Ex Machina at the fifth moment. Because pretty much there was no way to beat Gilgamesh, so they decided to create, damn, here's another contender that can beat Gilgamesh. And then he
Well,
lost.
that's not really true now, is it? You're overreacting.
I don't think so.
a bit.
There is a whole
There's
constriction
plenty
about
of
it.
there's plenty of stuff happening there that made Gilgamesh lose, including his own stupid, absurd arrogance and think, oh, you know what, this bitch ain't gonna do anything. I've won this already, which is exactly what's happening to Caster and her hubris-filled mentality. Except that she's in a pretty good position at this point. The whole Gilgamesh versus discussion doesn't even matter because that might happen for all we know. The whole thing that we're talking
But again,
about is
I'm seeing two characters do stupid actions.
yeah.
That I guess
Stupid
goes
but
into-
human.
I-
That's the thing. Nothing Shirou
Yeah,
did.
but
to remember
Shirou didn't take
Shirou.
the most optimal route through whatever it was that he was doing, but that's not what
By
he
the way,
does
because-
usually.
by the way,
Boomer,
by the
Boomer,
way,
you have to remember that we are
I-
talking about the same guy who just jumped in the attack of someone who has like 5 meters of high, something like it.
Well, he has jumped in front
Which
of
is-
Berserker before, that is true.
yeah.
Well, yeah, it's true. You know what? I'll concede. Shirou hasn't done the smartest thing, but that's just the way he is. Nothing he's done is out of character, and
I
Caster isn't
understand
being
that.
out of Caster either. So.
I understand that, but at the same time, it's more that the execution of it was just. It feels
Well,
like
what
it feels like
seems to be
okay,
happening
wait a
to
minute.
me is that you're just frustrated with the outcome, which I also was, to be
No,
fair.
no, it's not that. It feels like Nasu nearly tried to force that situation in which he needs to fight. Shiro
I
needs
don't
to fight.
think it
I
was
mean, you
forcing.
predicted that this was going to happen 2 days ago.
No, the thing that seemed the most logical to me is that Tiger gets killed and then she runs away. Maybe she
Well,
can
but that's
get
not
some
the kind of
damage.
person that Castor is. She
Castor didn't-
just literally doesn't care. Taiga's just
About
some
anyone.
woman. She already
She just-
succeeded in what she did. Again, if Castor wanted to kill Emiya and Tohsaka, she would have. She's had plenty of time to do that before, including yesterday when she just let us walk. She was building everything into this false sense of security so that Shirou could leave his house with Tohsaka, come back, and shabam! Here we are! Ready to get fucking slaughtered, boy! Completely taken out of his element. Randomly.
Oh yeah, and that because now it comes to my mind. If Shiro was not dead set on stopping Caster with a pulse to the degree that it was a command spell, she would be dead.
Yep.
Because she was not expecting Saber to jump on her with that velocity.
Yep.
She was going
That's
to
true.
get impaled.
That's completely true. Her plan could have failed.
That-
Certainly.
Yes, that's what it feels. It feels like the outcome would not be what it was just shown to us, but was made because Nasu wants an end game
Well,
that
but that's
he
not
made.
true, because that would be true if Shirou acted out of character in doing the thing that he did, but he wasn't. That was perfectly legitimate thing for him to do. It is true that if that didn't happen, Castor would have lost. But Castor isn't perfect. She's smart, but she isn't a fucking god. She thinks she is, but that's beside the point. If she was unlucky there, or Shirou was just a little bit less suicidal, then she would have completely lost this, and Saber would have committed something terrible, which probably
Yeah,
might have
he
ended in
did.
Taiga dying, and that would be a whole other
I don't
can
think.
of
I
worms.
don't. I think if Shiro didn't stop Saber at that point, I think Saber would be faster. But
Well,
I can't understand
I
Shiro's
wouldn't know.
decisions.
I wouldn't know.
I don't know.
I don't think this is
think-
contrived whatsoever. I think this is perfectly well set up. This just happened. It's bad that it happened. It's terrible, and it completely changes the scene of the game in terms of what are our priorities and what do we do.
I
But
think
it
it's a
did
better
happen.
scenario. I think it's a better scenario than having Shiro blaming Saber for Taiga's murder.
Oh,
That's
certainly.
true.
That would be incredibly painful to live through. And now we have to deal
What
with
the heck
whatever
is
the
going on,
fuck
Mapo
this
Tofu?
happened. And what are we gonna do now? But
Wait a minute, just another question. What would happen if we decided to accept?
we would have gotten, well, it's a bad ending, but I don't want to go back and see it. I mean, we can after we're done, because this is already gonna be pretty long. But
And by the way, what happened in the anime?
in the anime, what happened was Castor randomly showed up in front of the bus as they were coming back home,
That's true.
and attacked them with
It
bone
wasn't. It
golems.
wasn't like it wasn't the date of the like they were going back to home and they were walking in the streets because of the days and in
Yeah.
the street no sorry in the bridge. I think that was
Yeah, they
the
were
bridge.
stopped in the bridge, and there was a short fight. I don't know if Taiga was involved, but
No, Taiga wasn't involved.
Taiga
just-
was involved. She showed up there with Castor for whatever reason, and then Castor shanked Saber. I don't think Shirou tried to surrender his command spell. I think she just shanked Saber with Rule Breaker,
basically.
and then that was that. It's a little less emotional.
It's like less emotional, but
Yeah,
you know,
it's like-
fights in the animal phase.
It's a little
Making
ridiculous
a-
because then you
yeah.
have to think Saber lost a fight to like 6 bone golems and Castor, and then she got shanked by Castor. Which
Wait a
is-
minute, but isn't
I
Castor
think that the
wait a minute,
directors-
wait a minute. Isn't Castor the Eldritch identity that has the entire city on her hands that is super powerful and stuff?
Well, in the anime,
Isn't-
she doesn't do any of this theatrics stuff, so it just doesn't really feel like it's justified. Because Saber's mowed 200 bone golems before, so it's like, I don't know.
Man,
Her power isn't hard power. Like, she can blow up things, as we've seen in the fight against Archer, but her actual power in this situation is the soft power she has over Shirou, in terms of the hostage situation and the emotional manipulation and whatever, that stuff.
I think that the directors just said like, let's make more money and let's make one more
I think
fight.
the director just wanted like, oh yeah, let's put a Caster versus Saber fight, just because we
Yeah,
can, you know.
Yeah, to make more money.
The characterization of Tohsaka and Shirou was way different, and they couldn't like make references to the Fate route because that didn't happen in anime land. So I don't think they could have this scene, especially because half of it happens in Shirou's head, and they didn't do any of the monologue. So like, it wouldn't make sense if they did it. But anyways.
Again, what it feels weird to me after all this scene is that it feels like a stupid plan, because please, that was horribly stupid of Caster to do. She
I don't know
went
about
in person
stupid, it worked.
No, it was stupid. She went in person against the strongest server by her own admission. Again,
well, it wasn't in person. She is Caster's shadow. She is going to dissipate into nothing. No, she's not. She's going to dissipate. If you let the scene finish, you would see she would just dissipate into the floor and go back to the temple. She can just activate her noble phantasm at range. That's just what she does. She can do spells at range too. Her shadow is just immaterial. It's tantamount to teleportation. It's just the way it works.
So now it's a shadow.
But it is.
Before
What do you mean?
It wasn't.
Oh,
yes,
she's sad. She said herself. It is. This is my shadow. If you hurt me, nothing will happen.
Nothing.
What?
Her word is nothing, honestly.
Well, but she was honest in that she isn't killing anybody that she was going to kill if they didn't cooperate. So, you know, she is a duplicitous, venomous snake. That's what she is. Her word is things when she wants it to be things, and then it isn't when it isn't. But that's what she does. You know, the venomous witch. That's who she is.
そう、まあそういう流れになるわよね、普通。
ええ、戯れはここまでよ、お嬢さん。さあ、セイバー。
There you go. Congratulations.
You
see, this is what happens when you let the scene finish. You don't lose your shit for half an hour and then get what you were looking for. But...
ふざけるな。誰が貴様などに。
Saber glares at Caster while on her knees.
いいえ、従うのよ、セイバー。あなたはもう私のもの。 この霊樹がある限り、身も心も私には逆らえない。
Well, Shirou's command spell wasn't, but she created a new contract with Saber.
Okay,
that's how
it's a
rule breaker works.
Breaker, I get. Yeah, I guess.
Saber's voice fills up with pain, but on the other hand, Saber's body slowly gets up against her will. Saber's body moves. She charges at Tohsaka with the same speed as before, and she thrusts her sword. I feel a dull pain on my shoulder. I feel the steel stabbed into it. The sword that should be invisible is outlined in my blood. I hear Tohsaka's voice from behind me, but I can't do anything, no matter what she says. It's just that my body moved on its own, and most of all, I didn't want to see Saber attack Tohsaka. I didn't want to see it, so I just placed myself in between them and... My body twitches. Saber's sword hasn't stopped yet. It rips into my flesh and grates against my collarbone. The sword will eventually cut the arteries in my neck and kill me. That's not good. I'm still holding on to Fujine, and Tohsaka's behind me as well.
残念。もったいないわね。その子には興味があったのだけれど。
Far away, Caster's saying something.
霊樹に従いなさい、セイバー。そのままもろとも切り落とせば、二人減るわ。
A cold-hearted order, with sounds as if opposing it, Saber's arm shakes and stops.
な。セイバーの対魔力はレイジの縛りにさえ抗うというの。
Castor is astonished. Saber looks down, bites her lips, and desperately pulls back her sword.
言って
She moans in despair. Drip. Saber hangs her head and cries.
逃げてシロ。
Saber pleads with so much effort that she might cough up blood.
シロ来なさい。
待て、トーサカ。
I run, my arm pulled by Tohsaka. The wound on my shoulder is so hot that my mind's not working. But I have Fujine in my arms, and I have accepted that running away is the only option. No, I have no choice but to accept it. What a contradiction. She threw away her pride as a swordsman and told me to run away. To honor her wish is the greatest help I can provide her. But on the other hand, ignoring her tears and running away means losing her. My breath is ragged. I don't know where we ran, but the familiar Western-style mansion is before me.
シロこっち。意識はある？まだ歩ける？
I run, being pulled by someone. My body is strangely light. I must have gotten lighter after losing the things within me, or just feel nothing. The only weight I feel is the body of Fujine in my arms. I can't see well. I'm not sure where I'm walking nor what I'm
藤
doing.
村先生はそこに寝かせて。ちょっと聞いてるのシロ。
Someone takes away the person in my arms. The important weight disappears. And at the same time, my body becomes heavy. The light body turns into iron, and I'd fall, unable to keep myself up.
はーちゃん急いで。手当てをするから私の部屋に。
I hear someone's voice. My body is heavy and hot. I imagine turning red. Does it get this hot when you put steel in fire to make a sword? The heat gradually goes away as time passes. A room I don't know. I stare at the ceiling with a boiling head. That's the only thing I can do. It seems I'm lying on a bed.
私じゃ治せない。この傷じゃこれ以上は戦えないでしょうけど。もうマスターじゃないんだから戦う理由もないか。
A calm voice unlike before. The person that brought me here to treat my wound.
ここまでね。シロはもう戦わなくていいわ。
Says those words.
And that's it.
I try to say something and my vision turns black. My eyelids fall. Anesthesia calls my body to sleep. I feel someone leaving, and I hear the sound of the door closing. My consciousness turns off at that moment. Interlude 11:1.
Can I make a question?
Yes.
It's more about cast. It's not about the caster commanding Saber to go kill Shirou.
Yeah.
Because at the same time she resisted enough so that they can genuinely run away, which is shows that it was not something small.
No.
Because come on, a servant can catch people in a heartbeat.
Yep. Well,
So
yeah.
So
This is
what's-
going to lead into the next thing with Saber, which is Castor trying to gain control over this whole Saber situation. Saber is very strong-willed, but we're not. I don't want to spoil
because
that.
because I'm trying to comprehend a little bit. Because why, when Shirou used the command spell to force Saber stopped so much that caster found a way to just go through Saber
Well, because
without barrier enough.
Saber fucking despises Castor, and she absolutely doesn't want to hurt Shirou. Her will is too strong, and her magic resistance is also very high, which probably also helped
but
her
it-
hold out.
But it's the same magic resistance that was not there when Shirou.
Well, because she did want to follow Shirou, I suppose.
Yeah, but for that, this feels like That's what I
Let's
said
just
about.
say that she's more willing not to kill Shirou than to kill Caster. I need to address a contradiction here. Because
Please do.
when Caster just used her command spell and ordered Saber to attack Tohsaka and kill Shirou, Saber resisted. But the fake route, there's a bad ending in which
Yes.
Saber kills Shirou.
Yes.
That
And
is
she
true.
was much closer to Shirou. She loved him.
Yes.
Yes,
route,
that's a good
but
point.
she did not resist.
Yep. That is
Oh yeah,
true.
and let's remember. And let's remember, in that same level of connection that is not as strong, Saber stopped fully because Caster just went and stabbed Saber. She fully stopped and when going to kill Caster at a speed that not even Caster realized Saber had.
I could make the argument. I'm not saying that this is great. Okay. I'm saying that the thing that might have happened is Caster used a specific word when she said Saber turned over, which is she made Saber into a familiar, which would be a different kind of connection to a servant. So much so that Caster didn't lose a command spell in her hand when she did the thing. So probably, maybe the command that she gave was weaker because it's a different kind of relationship. But I wouldn't know. This is me spitballing.
And again, why then gain the command spells if the relation is not even the same?
I don't know, as a visual signifier. I don't know. Maybe it's just Nasu
The
wanting
visual
to be emotional.
the visual signifier of the Holy Grail War?
I don't know. Maybe it's just Nasu wanting to be emotional. I'm not saying he's the best writer in the world.
Yeah, because-
It could be.
Again,
it could be just
again.
a normal. It could be just a normal case of a servant passing on to another master, because that happens. It happened before.
Did that happen before?
If it was that, why all 3 command spells and not one that was going away because
No,
Shirou
but
Well,
that's
Shirou
what
had
happened.
0 command spells. So if that was
That's
the
what
Yes.
reasoning,
a new contract was formed.
a new contract was formed. It wasn't that she was moving around. She didn't take
No,
Shirou.
true,
She
true.
didn't hit Shirou, to be precise. She didn't transplant his command spells. She created new ones.
Yeah, okay. But again, you know what I talked before about? It feels like Nasu wanted this outcome to happen.
Well, I don't know if that still applies because this is a different situation. But this specific scene does bring into question, if this scene was the best in terms of quality. I'm not going to say that it was because it very evidently exists for the plot to keep moving on. But that just happens. I don't know. Not every scene is well as
And just another thing. Saber was not going to kill Shirou nor Rin, but Caster is still a servant. Caster is still more than capable of going at a quick speed and killing both of them.
I don't know. She just
Why
didn't want
not?
to. I guess.
So why? She was wanting to kill. She wanted Saber to do it. Why doesn't she do it?
I would say that she wanted Saber to do it specifically because she needs to break Saber into submission, and forcing her to do these things is just part of the thing.
But was she realizing that she needed to break Saber into submission before
Yes,
giving the
she
order?
does this very explicitly later. She keeps doing this for a while, actually. Saber is a very tough pill
Yes,
for
but
her
no,
to do.
I guess it makes sense after because she realizes that Saber has a lot of resistance. But before she realizes that Saber
Just one
is going
sec.
to
I
resist
need
it.
to go.
Sim.
The
Vai, você tá
sun
próximo de
sets.
acabar.
The sun, which wasn't even visible, sets in the dark sky gets even darker.
そうかセイバーが奪われたか
That's the only response Archer gave. His master, Tohsaka simply stated the facts, but he states it even more matter-of-factly.
それだけ
There are 2 servants under Caster now. Don't you have anything else to say?
これといった打開策は思いつかないなだが奴の宝具が判明しただけでも良しとするべきだサーバントとマスターの契約を断つか事前にそれを知っておけばうまくことを運べるだろう
それはそうだけどずいぶん無関心なのねハーチャーあなたセイバーに肩入れしてたんじゃないの
そんな素振りを見せたつもりはないが何をもってそう思うリム
そうね女の勘で納得できる
却下だ女という年か君は まず色化が足りない。優雅さも不足だ。おまけに、あ、これが致命的なのだが、とにかく。
なんだ、ようやく調子出てきたわね。
She smiles pleasantly. Archer has to be like this. An unemotional person isn't the partner Rin trusts. Her partner has to be composed and has to speak cynically against anyone. Rin knows that this is kindness of this night. Speaking cynically is like indirectly telling others to fix that part of them.
そう。じゃあ確証その1。あなた初めてセイバーと会った時手を抜いてたでしょ。いくらセイバーが強いって言っても守り上手なあなたが一撃で倒されるとは思えないのよね。
あれは不意打ちだったからな。君と同じ予想外の展開には弱いんだ。
余計なお世話よ。で、確証その2。ライダーの一件の後セイバーを挑発してたでしょ。あれってどう考えてもあんたらしくないのよね。それで少し見方を変えてみたら分かっちゃった。あなたあの時セイバーを叱ってたんでしょ。正解？やっぱりね、そうじゃないかと思ってたんだ。前世からの因縁にしろ何にせよ、あんたがあそこまで冷たい態度を取るなんて
そうかな。私は誰に対してもああいった対応をしていると思うのだが。
そう思うは本人ばかりってね。思うんだけど、あなたって自分に関することだけは不器用なのよ。周りに対してはすごく器用だからつい騙されちゃうんだけど。
Archer frowns. He must have been self-conscious of it. The knight in red ponders with a troubled expression, and his master looks at him in pleasure. And suddenly...
で、そろそろ思い出した？自分がどこの英雄か。セイバーと関係があるなら、セイバーに近い時代の英雄なんでしょ？
She says so as if testing something.
いや、もやがかかったままだ。だが、
But then why would Saber
He is
not remember
lying,
him?
man. We've gone
あちら
over
は
this
知らないよう
before.
だから。
He is
あ
clearly
まり深い
lying.
関
He's
係では
being
なかったよう
facetious.
だが。
He's trying to keep Rin in the dark. We don't know why, but he is.
Oh yeah, he
じゃあ
knows
友
he
人
knows
と
his
か恋人
past.
関係じゃなかったのね。残念。そうだったらセイバーの正体も分かったのに。
She doesn't sound disappointed. It's just an offhanded remark.
まあ、いずれ思い出すさ。それより、
Yeah, and another thing,
連れ込んできた者の様子はどうだ？
it feels weird that he remembers Saber, but Saber doesn't remember of him.
Yeah.
Because usually Saber does remember pretty well.
あいつ、
Yeah.
昨日まで怪我を負っても勝手に治ってたくせに、今回の傷は全
No
然
more
治らないのよ。
Avalon.
けど、まあ
And
なんとかな
and
った
this
わ。
comic doesn't
幸い急所は外れてたし、3日ほど安静にしていれば食事ぐらいはできるようにな
Why
る。
the healing powers went away with the contract ending? He's
Because
still
no more
with the
Avalon.
no more Avalon?
Yeah. She isn't in contract with Shirou anymore. They aren't exchanging magical energy. There isn't the bridge.
Yeah, but no, but that wasn't because Shirou has the
He
They need to be in proximity for it to happen, especially contractual. We've gone over this in the Fate route.
Not necessarily.
Yeah. That's
What
how it
if
works.
there is a major input of magical energy into his body?
What?
What if someone puts a lot of magical energy into his body, like
Yeah.
Ring did in the school
What
hall?
are you talking about? No more Avalon for Saber is what I'm talking about. Saber doesn't
okay.
receive any of the healing. We're talking about Saber here.
Oh
No, we were talking
No.
about Shirou.
No, I'm not talking about
Yeah,
Shirou.
we were
We're talking about
talking-
Shirou.
no,
I
we
think
were
Saber's
talking about-
self-healing powers went away. Saber doesn't
No.
have access to Avalon anymore. She's the one. She benefits from it as well. Shirou always had Avalon self-healing powers, even when he was a little kid. That's why the burns on his body went away. They just got larger as Saber was next to him. I'm not talking about Shirou at all.
no.
Okay.
But my question is what happened to Shirou?
I don't know. He's probably back to
Why-
very slow healing
Why?
because
Yeah, but
he
why
doesn't
even
get energy from Saber anymore. Avalon activates in her proximity.
But was that the reason why Avalon worked?
No, Avalon works passively at a very slow level. When Saber is in contract, yeah, when he was destroyed back when he was a little boy, his body was completely fucked. It was so bad he had to go to the hospital. There was a hole in his chest. He was all burned. His legs were crushed. He talked about this in flashbacks before. Now he's all okay because over time Avalon healed his body. That wasn't the work of any doctor. But when Saber is in contract with him, it works a lot faster and a lot more, evidently, because he gets deadly wounds and doesn't die. Now the contract is severed. Saber, which multiplies factorially the ability of Avalon to heal, is not there anymore. So neither of them gets as much access to it. Or Saber doesn't get any of it because she's not in possession of it. He gets way less. He also has a different thing, but that's going to come up later and I don't want to spoil it. So.
Oh, and by the way, without Avalon, in the scenario versus Gilgamesh now doesn't have the Deus Ex Machina against him. He has more than enough magic to overwhelm Saber with his stronger Excalibur, and every single other noble phantasm to stomp on everyone.
And Shirou doesn't have the ability to take deadly hits anymore, because he's just not gonna heal immediately.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he is now technically not even a master.
No, he isn't a master at all, actually. Not even technically. He's just not. Yeah.
ああ、藤村先生。あの人なら寝室で寝かせてあるわ。キャスターの眠りの魔術を受けているけど、本人はすっごく元気よ。処置はしてきたから、1週間眠り続けても支障はないわ。
そうか。だが、キャスターの魔術なら眠り姫になりかねないな。あの女のそれは魔術というより呪いだ。
そうね。どの道聖杯戦争も長くは続かない。一日でも早くキャスターは倒すし、藤村先生ならひょっこり自力で起きそうだし。
Archer nods, and after a brief pause in the
キャスタ
conversation,
ー退治が最優先だな。マスターが一人減ったとはいえ、セイバーは健在だ。余裕はないぞ、ニン。
分かってる。すぐに街に出るわ。いくらキャスターでもセイバーを完全に支配するには時間がかかるはず。できればセイバーが操られる前にキャスターを倒さないと。
了解だ。では、あの小僧との契約もここまでだな。ではない。エミやシロはマスターではないのだろう。ならば戦力にはならんし、わざわざ守ってやる必要もない。どうした？まさか共に戦ったよしみで面倒を見るなどと言う。
まさかそこまでお人よしじゃないわ。
なら
けどまだ終わってない。あいつが自分から降りるっていうまで約束は破らない。私は突っぱねるけど、あいつが参ったっていうまでは終わらせちゃいけないんだから。
So he is only technically not a master.
well, he is not a master at all, but he might still want to be involved. What she's saying is that she doesn't want to make Archer stop caring for him because she's concerned that they're gonna kill him like ASAP.
Yeah, and another thing, but why would they?
I don't know. Just because he's a target. They might use him as a hostage, for example, to get
Or
Dean
what?
out. What?
I guess.
Castor might use him as a hostage. Archer might just kill him because he's tried to do that before. And she evidently doesn't want Shirou to die. I mean, that's just not who she is.
And another thing, why in Rin's perspective, why just don't take him to the church?
I don't know.
Because he can leave?
He can go if he wants. She thinks
No, but
he's
why
probably
the church?
safer here, to be fair. With the whole haunted house, no one in, no one out thing. Plus, Archer is under command spell to not kill him, which, if that's worth anything, is gonna
Yeah,
leave
but
him alive.
he is strong against the command spell. Let's just say like that.
Well, he was against the first one. So, I don't know. Maybe she's just taken off her feet. Tohsaka is known to get a little, nervous in situations
something
outside of her control.
Smells like lazy writing, but anyway.
She declares stubbornly. What can he reply to that?
それが私の方針よ。文句ある？あーちゃん。
仕方あるまい。君がそういう人間だということはいい。
His voice sounds cynical. She just laughs it off and makes an order.
行くわよ、あーちゃん。どうしてか知らないけど、キャスターは竜道寺に戻っていない。なら、探し出して戻る前に倒しましょう。
There's no need to answer. The knight in red nods and follows his master. Gloomy clouds are still overhead, a moonless night. She departs with Archer to take aim at her target. Interlude out.
Okay.
Do we have another one? I don't know. There you go. It feels like I just got punched. I wake up from the pain in my shoulder. My body's still there. I feel my limbs and hear my own breathing. There's a bandage wrapped around my shoulder and the bed I'm in is soft. I don't know. And someone said,
ここまでね。シロはもう戦わなくて。
I get up, I remember everything and jump up from the bed. Pain causes my back to arch. I feel my left shoulder, it's burning hot. It feels much worse than a pulled muscle. No, I'm lucky that my arm is still attached after a sword went through it, but it hurts bad. I slowly get out of bed. I can bear this pain if I grit my teeth. Then... the heat in my shoulder reaches my head. I shake it off and move my legs. There shouldn't be anyone. I remember Tohsaka's words. She said those words and left. So she went off to fight by herself. I head to the door. I have to go outside. I have to go find Tohsaka. I fall. I almost collapse and support myself using the dresser. It's useless. I fall along with it. I pick up the scattered stuff. I find something familiar. It's a simple pendant made of crystal. I saw it somewhere. Yeah, it was like this back then as well. The night I got pierced by Lancer. The fatal wound was healed before I knew it. There was something I picked up when I left the hallway with a tired body. It's hot. The poison in my shoulder gets back to my brain and makes me dizzy. I know, but my mind does not think. Like the thing I dismissed as a dream. Like whose servant was fighting Lancer at that time. Like who could have saved me and who could have been there at that time. There's no need to think about it, but my head is spinning. I feel dizzy. My head's messed up from the pain, the heat, and the self-deprecation. I move my legs. I have to look for her. I have something I want to tell her, and there's something she needs to know. That's all I can think about with this dizzy head. When my senses return, I'm in front of the station. My hazy head is moving based on a vague image. That she's there. It orders me to go there if I am to look for her. I don't know why I'm directed here. My boiling head is only thinking about this building. Then I can only follow my instincts. I didn't have any way to look for Tohsaka from the start, so I can only cling to this thing. get to the rooftop. The wind blowing here is even colder and cools down my heated brain. I hear someone gasp. Tohsaka is looking down at the town from here, like that one night.
帰りなさい。何のつもりか知らないけど、目障りよ、花。
She expresses her anger and stares at me. Behind her, he is standing there telling me silently that I am of no use.
帰らない。戻るときは遠坂とだ。一緒に戦うって約束しただろう。
I collect my hazy mind and move my lips.
そんな約束忘れなさい。だいたい今のあなたに何ができるっていうのよ。セイバーを失ったあなたにマスターの相手は務まらない。それにあなたが戦う必要なんてもうないわ。マスターじゃなくなったんだから、教会に逃げ込めば安全よ。あとはおとなしくしていれば聖杯戦争は終わってくれる。
I almost faint at her words. It pisses me off.
言うな。セイバーをあのままにしておけるか。いいか、一度戦うと言ったんだ。ならどんなことになったって。
My vision turns red. I can't talk. Just yelling makes my muscles cramp up and I almost die.
それ見なさい。今まではセイバーの助けがあったけど、なくなればそうなるのよ。いい？エミヤ君。人間は傷つけば死ぬの。あなたのその傷だって本来なら致命傷なんだから。
Now that's
People normally die when they are killed.
There you go.
Yes, based quotes.
Damn. I know that. I know, but it's so painful that I can't speak.
それにセイバーがどうのこうのって言うけど、それはあなたが気にかける問題じゃないわ。エミヤ君はマスターじゃなくなったんだから、セイバーがどうなろうと関係ないでしょ。
Oof. It does concern me, all the more if Saber has helped me with pain like this up until now.
違う。マスターでなくてもだ。セイバーは嫌がっていた。あんな奴の言いなりになんてさせられ。
そう。けどあなたは無力よ。いいわ。あなたが認めようとしないのなら、代わりに私が言ってあげる。今のあなたじゃセイバーを助けることなんてできない。
My heat disappears. Her cold words freeze my boiling brain.
話はここまでよ。セイバーはいなくなってマスターでもなくなった。聖杯戦争なんていう殺し合いに巻き込まれる理由はなくなったんだから、ここでシローは降りなさい。
Tohsaka turns and walks off.
待て、トーサカ。それでも。
Amidst the blowing winds, Tohsaka kicks the ground without any hesitation.
バカ、何考え。
I reach out frantically. There's no need for that. The knight in red appears next to Tohsaka as if protecting her. Even if she jumps off from this height, she should be able to land without a problem if she has her servant. Tohsaka's lips move slightly. I can't hear what she said, but her eyes... You'll die if you keep involving yourself. Coldly tell me so as if it's the last warning. My heat returns. The heat and the pain make my mind go crazy. I cannot save Saber. And there is no reason for Emi and Shirou to fight. My wound hurts. I look down at the night scenery that swallowed Tohsaka and repeat those words in my head. Interlude 11-2. It is a quiet night. The wind blowing on the mountain is gentle and the rustling of the trees is as quiet as a whisper. There are no birds singing about winter, nor are there beasts howling at the moon. The only path leading to the Ryudo temple, the long stone steps, preserve its peacefulness tonight as well. But others do not know. This place has withstood 5 battles already. Each one was a great clash. Many servants challenged the Ryudo temple. Berserker, Lancer, Rider, Saber, Archer. This mountain gate is able to enjoy the darkness thanks to the monster that has repelled all 5 enemies. The long sword moves. It is fortunate that the moon is not out. The arc of the sword moving is in a crescent moon shape is so beautiful that the moon would be ashamed of itself if it saw
聞い
it.
ているのですか、アサシン。あなたには門番を続けてもらうと言って。
He ignores the magus in purple, Castor. Assassin lowers his longsword and glances at the mountain forest without interest.
いや、邪魔者がいてな。おかしな鳥を見かけたので切ってみたが、血も出なければ悲鳴もあげぬ。これはお前の同胞か、キャスター。
そう。監視役の使い魔ね。バーサーカーのマスターか、あのお嬢さんか。
So the
どちら
real
にせ
temple
よ、
is not that
ここも
strong,
そう
huh?
長くは持たない。
Castor walks through the forest and looks down at the thing on the ground. It is the corpse of an owl. It is a bird made from crystal. It is simple but suited for spying, and must have been made by Archer's master.
あのお嬢さんも運がないわね。もう少し無能なら教え子にしてあげてもよかったのに。
She steps on it. The amethyst crystals are crushed to powder, scattering star-like dust.
こんな輩も多いですし。マスターの守護は任せましたよ、アサシン。マスターが死んでしまっては、私も消えざるを得ない。消えたくなければ死ぬ気で門を守りなさい。
さて、死ぬ気でというのは難しいな。この小次郎、生まれてこの方、生きているという実感がない。そのようなものに決死を命じても無意味ではないかな、キャスター。
Fucking love assassin. He's such an
減
asshole.
らず口よ。勘違いはしないことね、アサシン。あなたは私が呼び出したサーバントよ。奴隷は奴隷らしく振る舞いなさい。いいこと？主人に忠誠を誓えないのなら、ここで消してしまうだけよ。
Castor's words are filled with enmity and contempt. For her, assassin is only a tool. It is annoying for a tool to talk, so it is natural for her to get mad when it starts to speak cynically.
そうか、それはしたり。カゲロウのごとき我が命だが、今消されるのは困る。一つ約束をしてしまったのでな。できるのならば果たしたいのだ。
なら言葉を慎みなさい。あなたはただここを守っていればいい。ええ、それが果たせた暁にはあなたを本物にしてあげるわ。宝具も持たない下級のあなたが英霊になれるのだから。
心配は無用だ。元より閣僚の身、与えられた役割は演じきってみせよう。だがいいのかな、キャスター。私も主人に忠実ではないが、お前とて不義理ではないか。こたびの件、マスターには内密であろう。
At that instant, Assassin's body explodes. A thumping sound. The curse that was put into his body upon summoning has exploded. The trees sway. Assassin is flung into the forest, his chest pierced from within by his own ribs. His figure is like a bloomed flower.
これはまた日に日に度が過ぎていくな、キャスター。
黙りなさい。次に同じことを言わせるのなら、あと5日を待たずに消し去るだけよ。
まったく、女と精進は手に負えんというが、お前はいささか行き過ぎだ。
The flashy servant gets up. This servant does not lose his elegance even if it shows his ribs or his body is covered in blood.
おう、そのような目で睨むな。美しい顔が台無しだぞ、キャスター。分かっている。お前のマスターには全て内密に行うのだろう。セイバーを捕らえたことも、私という門番がいることも隠し通す。良い美談ではないか。主人を思うその心意気、あの男に通じるといいのだ
アサシ、あなた。
な。何、ただの負け惜しみだ。どうあろうとお前には手を挙げられぬのだから、門は守る。何があろうと守り通そう。だが、そういうお前はどこに行く？私の守りは信用できぬか？
当然でしょう。あなたはただの保険よ。けどそれも終わり。セイバーさえ手に入れれば、 こんなひなびた場所を神殿にすることもないわ。
陣地替えか。となると確かに私は用済みだが、
There
こ
certainly
のお山
is.
に勝る霊地があるとでも？
There certainly is.
多少は劣るようだけど、私にふさわしい場所があるわ。
The place of the summoning of the
遠から
grave.
ずそこには足を運ぶのですもの。
Eventually go and you will
今すぐ
learn
に
to
行っても
die.
問題はないでしょう。
Assassin's expression, which had been cool up to now, clouds up. Caster smiles as if she's unsatisfied, or as if she's satisfied.
私たちの勝利は揺るがないのだから、先に商品を受け取りに行くの。新しい陣地と聖杯、それにセイバーという駒まで揃えた。これなら乗り気でない私のマスターも私の方針に異論は挟めないでしょう。
That is true. No matter how much Caster's master, Kutsuki Soichiro, stays silent, he will be forced to fight if the conditions are set so perfectly. But what is more certain is that
つまらない戦いはおしまい。聖杯さえ手に入れれば恐れるものは何もない。そう、誰であろうと私を阻むことはできなくなるのですからね。
loud laughter pollutes the night. The Magus in purple expresses her victory. The knight with the longsword looks up at the sky. The time is near. No matter what the end may be, only 5 days remain. Even though the remaining time will not likely be used up, the swordsman that has lived through hell feels that the match will not be settled easily.
Why only 5 days?
Well, because that's how long it's going to take for the route to end.
You know, I blame all this shit on you too.
And I fall.
What am I doing?
I can't even breathe properly. The wound on my shoulder is swelling up and it hurts just to breathe. I can't keep my consciousness. I'll fall asleep if I let my guard down. No, first of all, I'm not too sure if I'm conscious or not. I don't know how I got home from that rooftop or why I came home. My thoughts become vague. The only sure thing is my thumping heart. Tohsaka told me not to involve myself because I'm powerless and I don't have a reason to fight anymore. But that's wrong. I knew more than anyone that I'm powerless. My reason to fight is something different. I can't let it become just a scar. Losing against others is inevitable. I'm used to being beat up and it's vexing, but I know I can't reach them no matter what I do. But that's only when my enemy is someone else. I can't lose against myself. There's no element that would make me lose if our powers are equal. To admit defeats against such an enemy is to declare that I'm wrong. The wound distorts, blood stains the bandage. I grab it with my left hand and glare at the darkness. The memory from 10 years ago. The words of the man who was my father. Even if I was wrong from the start, there is nothing wrong with the path that I took. I wanted to be a superhero so that incident wouldn't just become a sad memory. A time where everyone would be happy and shed no tears. I have held that ideal for 10 years. Then it doesn't matter how badly my head refuses to function. What needs to be done is determined from the start. I didn't fight because I became a master. I decided to fight because it's something that I can do. And I believed it's something I have to do. I finally remember the obvious. If I believe it's right, I will believe in this path until the very end. I won't stop, and I won't let her fight by herself. That's why I will sleep now. I won't let her call me a burden. I'll heal this wound up in one night, and when I wake up in the morning, I'll catch up to her for sure and repay her for what she has done to me that night. That is the
Interlude
end.
11:3.
I did say
Okay.
interlude
Now
11:57.
that's a big day.
Yeah, well, I did say the day was going to be very long and that we needed 3+ hours. So
Pretty epic day.
I would
How many
argue,
February
times?
10th is an experience. I did say
I
that.
would argue. I
I
would
like
argue we consumed. I would argue we consumed a lot of time by just arguing.
We did. We
No, I
consumed a
would
very
say-
long time arguing. That's for sure.
I would say that all
Oh, sorry.
that
Sorry.
has
I
happened.
committed a mistake. No. Okay, I nuked the game. I'm sorry.
He closed the game.
I nuke the game.
I nuked the game. The war is
I
over.
will
Everyone is
say-
dead.
Right now, if
There is
you're-
no game no more.
Right now,
There
if
is
you're
no way.
editing this, you could. Right now, if you're editing this, you could just put Saber on a lion as the background for the video.
I'm gonna get the Carnival Phantasm footage of the
Yeah.
Saber Lion thing. Eating
Yeah.
Lancer. That's wonderful. It's gonna remind us of how terrible it is that we lost Saber now.
I think all that has happened is a direct outcome of going out and shopping for tofu.
Oh my god, fuck you. If
It is true.
it
The
isn't,
tofu
what
was
are you talking
useless.
about? Okay, so are you gonna say that if we just blamed it on Tohsaka, everything would have been fine, and we just no tofu, no milk, everything is great, none of this ever happened.
Aye.
Man, I think
By
it's
the way,
funny that
that
Shiro
is
arrived at
a-
home saying, I will not
That
sleep.
was a,
And he finished
that
like,
was
I gotta
that
sleep
was
right
a-
now.
that was a stupid mistake by Tohsaka to not take Taiga with them or take her to somewhere safe.
Well, if Taiga,
But the
if she
safest
took
place-
Taiga with her to this date, it would have been disastrously bad.
Yes, but again,
But
leaving
yes,
her.
Tohsaka does have a tendency to make the worst mistake imaginable when she least expects it. So
Shiro's not in a condition to move Taiga, and maybe the safest place was the king's house.
I mean, what the fuck would
Yeah.
they even do? Give her to Kotomina, and then she would get used as a hostage by Kotomina. We all know this was
No,
gonna.
and by the way,
And
we
he's
are
not
now
even
about-
in condition to move her.
Oh yeah, no.
It's at
and by the
night.
way,
This
And by
was
the way,
bad in like terrible all kinds of levels. Like the entire planning was awful, but on the other hand, there was nothing that they could do. This was like the actual worst timeline imaginable at this situation.
True that. They made the right decision at taking both of them to her house.
And remember, this is. Now that I just thought of it, now the pieces are moving.
Oh yeah.
Firstly, that Ilya is as irrelevant as she could possibly be.
Well, Ilya did Assassin said that Berserker has attempted to attack the temple before.
Yes, that was something I found interesting.
So they
Oh,
have been
I'm
acting,
glad-
we just haven't intersected yet.
Yes, and that makes me think if she succeeded, and if not, why, and what happened.
Because
And
of
how the-
Assassin,
no,
I guess.
Yeah, but how, was Assassin capable to fight the Berserker and his gazillion lives?
Maybe she attacked the temple in an indirect way, as a survey, more or as a recon strike rather than a full-on assault. She needs to test the waters, right? She needs to know what they have. Well, in any
Right,
case,
yes.
we haven't intersected yet with what they're doing, but they are doing things. We also haven't seen what Shinji and Gilgamesh are, trying to do.
No, Shinji and Gilgamesh were collecting souls.
Yes, they have been killing people. That is true. Presumably for something big, which
Yeah,
we'll see what that
that
is.
is probably, at first glance, it feels like what Kotominikiri tried to do in the end of the previous in the Fate Stay Night route. The summoning of Ilya while and stuff.
Yeah, the actual grailing.
Yes.
Well, we do know
And by-
Kotomine needs a vessel for the grail. So
Yeah,
that would
and by
make
the way,
sense.
now we are going to have this little war between Caster's revolution per se and Kotominekiri's weirdly armed church.
Well, we're gonna see what happens.
If Kirei decides to intervene.
Well, we have the if, and we also have the Kirei isn't Gilgamesh's master anymore. Kirei has handed a nuke to a child.
Yes. That is the
I mean,
most interesting.
Gilgamesh is
to me.
probably going to kill Shinji at some point because that's just how he is. But on the other hand, you know, dangerous nonetheless. Dangerous nonetheless.
Yeah. No, by the way, my money is on. My money is on what I can best describe as the god among Earth that is Gilgamesh.
Imagine how funny it would be if Shirou Emiya was like, "Yo, Gil, wanna partner up, bro? Let's just deal with Caster right quick, and then we solve our problems." That'd be pretty funny.
No, no, it would not.
Gil, buddy, what do you think of some cooperation? This reminds me of the Strange Fake manga, where the master was like, "Yes, Gilgamesh, I am your boss," and then his hand got blown up. I feel like that's what would happen to Shirou if he attempted that.
Yo, Gil, remember that girl you were onto?
Oh God.
Yeah.
You have a chance now, boy. Oh, that would be really fucked up.
Why? Did he have a chance?
That was a joke. That was a terrible joke. I don't want to
Okay,
explain it.
my mind just was really confused.
Well, yeah, so now we have a multilateral kind of situation where we don't know what Ilya's doing, but we know that Kirei is probably going to want to make his move on her at some point. We know that Gilgamesh and Shinji are killing people to prepare for something big. Caster needs to break Saber, in Irin's words. Irin and Archer need to kill Caster quick so that they can get back on the advantage. And Shirou needs to get Saber back, or he wants to, at least. So there's a lot of things happening now. And all the moving pieces are going to start coming together pretty quickly.
Makes you wonder what can Shirou do in such a condition.
Well, we do know that he can project Archer's weapons. So maybe
yeah,
he
but like that saved him once.
Yeah.
And because he was with Saber.
Yep, that's true.
Yep.
Now he does not have Saber or Tohsaka.
And he almost died last
But
time.
I can still try.
Oh, you could try, yeah.
Man, and the way that he survived it was like, I don't know, I just didn't expect it. In the first time I saw it in the anime, but with the description of the visual novel it's
something else,
better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a plot armor. Sorry about that. Because Shirou was almost dying, he was like lost consciousness, and he just...
Okay, but look at his condition right now. He's alone. No, he knows that Ryder is dead. He's not aware of Gilgamesh's existence.
Yeah,
he does not know who is Lancer's master.
Nope.
Tohsaka just said no to him.
Yep.
Caster and Assassin are out of question.
Yep.
So, the only person that's left out for him to team up with is Ilya's view. But he has literally nothing to offer to her. And if he tries...
And he also never had the park thing. He never talked to her in the park.
True.
So they haven't done any diplomacying at all. In Ilya's
There's
view,
no diplomacy. If he goes there, he has nothing to offer to her. Not even himself.
Literally.
If he goes there, Ilya will just turn him into a doll. He cannot resist.
Yes.
She has Berserker.
He knows about... He knows...
Well, he's faced her before. He doesn't know where she lives, but she lives.
Yeah, but how can he get to her? How can he...
Well, he can't. That's the point. She could get to him, though.
He can go to church. He can go to church.
Well, he can't go to church, and then he's gonna get fucked by...
Yeah, I know. I'm just...
He won't go to church because going to church means giving up.
Yep.
I know. It was just a joke. it was just a joke.
He could though. He could ask help for Mitsuzuri.
Yeah, absolutely. The famous servant killer Mitsuzuri. You know, I know this guy in Mifune City. He knows this girl, right? And she can kill anything. Maybe he should give him. Maybe he should give her a call.
We're still recording.
We're still recording. Yes.
This
This is all happening live on
I
camera.
think we're
Why?
speaking
Let's end this. There's nothing else to discuss, is there? Do you guys want to head
Yeah, I
up?
guess.
No. I just want to remember one thing. Where Shirou just appeared in the house. Like, fucked up, almost dying. And he's in the beginning, when he arrived, he said, I will not sleep. And then he said, well, I'll get sleep and tomorrow we'll resolve everything.
I will not sleep. Well, actually, yes.
Maybe that's a mistranslation.
That might be a mistranslation, or that just might be him. Like, you know what? This whole no sleep thing. I'm actually dying right now. I better sleep.
Yep. That should be a meme about it.
There should. It's such a Shirou moment. It's like people die when they are killed. It's like, you know
Yeah.
what? Yeah, I'm not gonna die. Actually, well, probably should.
Shirou almost died. He basically walked half of the city, something like it.
I do like that this was kind of like the bridge scene, though, with Tohsaka saying, no, you're a fucking loser. Go back. You don't need to do this
I
anymore.
don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is
It's
the
like-
equivalent of the bridge scene. It's not the same as the bridge scene. That's what I was trying to say.
I find it interesting that Archer remembers Saber, but Saber doesn't remember Archer.
Yeah.
Maybe Archer could be like just a random dude that met up with her, but he doesn't remember him because he wasn't memorable or some shit like
To
that.
her
He,
specifically.
he could have met her as a
But
child. I
then-
don't know.
He can be like the creator or something, and like something really big, but someone else got the. How can I say it? He got the.
Credit.
Yeah, got the credit. Thanks.
The thing is, there are many possibilities. We don't know.
Yeah, but it is a nice observation that, yes, that is weird. And it is, something that we need to look into as soon as possible. I do think that Ian is setting herself up to some trouble by wanting to deal with this alone. I know that Shirou can't really do anything, but Tohsaka, she's very good. But I don't know about her solving the caster problem by herself.
Yep.
I don't think this is
Who
gonna
will solve
happen.
this? This is the real question.
Yeah,
the plot
but
thickens.
Gaster is not in a pretty good condition as well, because.
Well, we
I
have
think-
to
I
we have
think
to
it's-
see if Kotomina is gonna fucking survive now that Castor is going to go assault the church, right?
There's
Yeah.
something in my mind right now. Tohsaka said Castor is not in the Ryudo temple, and when we cut to Castor in the Ryudo temple.
Well, that's
Where
probably
did-
because she might have
where-
already left to the church.
Yeah, but where did Rin and Archer go?
I don't know. They were surveying town. That's why they were atop the building. So maybe they were looking for her.
Huh.
Well, that's one of the things actually I've been thinking. This group of people for the audience is going to run Holy Grail War inspired tabletop game a few months from now. And I was thinking about this, like the most time consuming part of the Grail War is finding the people that you have to fight, because you're like in these massive cities and they could be literally anywhere. So like I would imagine that a lot of Tohsaka's time, as we've seen in the interludes, is just her walking around trying to find people.
Alright, that everyone needs to feed their own servants, so that kind of makes a thing, that kind of makes a lot of giving off where you are. Everyone knew where Castor was because of the Ryudo temple. Everyone eventually got around Ilya because she was running around with Berserker.
Yeah,
That
but
kind of stuff.
Ilya was walking around. Like, I don't think anybody would just guess that she lives in the middle of the woods. Tohsaka only knows it because she's also part of the three families, so she just would have known that that's where her workshop is. But yeah, conversely,
And also-
oh, go ahead.
No. Go ahead, please.
No, I was gonna say that Gilgamesh should probably also know, because if the Einzvern did fight last time, that's probably where they were staying too.
Now's probably the best
Yeah.
time to attack Caster.
Yeah, I mean she's still dealing with Saber, right? So if they do a
Yeah, she
preemptive strike,
doesn't have full control over Saber yet. And pretty much anyone can deal with Assassin. Archer doesn't even need... The thing about Assassin is that he has the ground advantage and he has pretty fine sword techniques.
Yeah.
But Archer
Yeah.
is an archer.
yes.
Doesn't need to
And-
get close to him.
Yeah.
And then there's also the
And-
bonus of if she does move into the church, it's a pretty confined space, so her mobility advantage is kind of taken away.
No, and another thing, let's remember who is inside the church.
Kire.
No,
Lancer.
Gilgamesh.
Well,
No, he's
Gilgamesh
not.
is
He's
roving
with
around with
Shinji.
Shinji. That's the thing.
No, but again, he's trying to. Let's just say that he's quite fast when he wants to.
That could be
And
true.
again,
Question.
in this confrontation of Kirei and Gilgamesh and Shinji and Lancer versus Caster, Assassin, Caster's Master, and Saber, I bet my money on Gilgamesh's side.
Oh, sure, but that is assuming that Gilgamesh is going to make it to church to defend Kultamine, which is a possibility, but we don't know that that's going to happen because he might be like literally somewhere else and not even be aware that that's happening at church. So, as long
Yeah.
as supply
Yeah.
isn't beat, right? Like, there's nothing. It's all very complicated. This is the interesting part of Blade Works because the strategy gets completely fucked. Like there's so many things happening. It's kind of difficult to know what's going to happen next. In fact, what's the actual thing
But
that's going to happen next.
but there's still a thing we need to address. How did Caster get her info?
What?
How did Caster get her info?
Her info, yes, that is dubious.
It's not like she's nicked up in the church and just stole some documents. You cannot do that. But I mean, it probably has some kind of protection against that. So she has to, know someone or have some sort of source to know all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And it's
That's
pretty
the-
confidential stuff. It's about the Holy Grail War.
That's some weird stuff that's going on. Either she has some pretty banging divination magic that looks into the past, or she knows the guy, and that guy knows what happened last time.
Who is?
Yeah.
That's
Ooh,
the
Who
mystery.
is it?
That's the
Who is
mystery.
it?
Oh, many emotions. I think I'm going to cut it off here. 'Cause
Yeah,
the
let us.
strategy talk has gone on for 20 minutes at this point. This is a good strategy
Absolutely.
Did
And,
you already cut it?
talk. Kato.
Okay.